righty. Am I on Philo? I hope I am. Well, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I hope you're doing good. It is time for Philo today. Despite the downgrade, we're back up. Actually, about an hour ago, we hit the level where we're at post-market, and then we recovered, and now it's still going. Crypto is leading the way, and despite what's gone on, everybody still wanted a little piece of that S&P 500, it looks like. So we don't have much data. We heard a little bit from Trump in Ukraine. We might hear a little bit more, but that's it. Oh, Apple. Hi. So Apple waking up now. They've been down all day, but we'll see where it takes us. Otherwise, you are now green from Friday. This is actually insane. That means you are now higher than where. That's it. They just killed the premiums. That's all. So all of those SPY plays we had got washed, but now you're literally higher than you were on Friday. Isn't that nuts? Wow. That crazy, bro? Dude, you're higher. You are higher than when you got downgraded. So, yeah, you're still... man, shout out to long term, bro. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I took a couple, but today was one. You shouldn't have taken most of the value plays in the morning. We hit another core weave. We hit an NVO. We hit a news one, but then all the plays are really choppy and slow. And some that I thought would do a lot better didn't do good at all. Bro, I thought I thought the J&J and Pepsi were going to kill it. I thought they were going to kill it today as everybody sold off. And then I thought even if we didn't sell off, the staples would have done it. But nah, those didn't get anything. But then core weave, believe it or not. Pizza. And that's another one. So other than that, though, you're higher than Friday, you guys. That's actually crazy to think about. So you are green. You're going up. And that means you guys realize why this is such a big deal? Because that means 6,000 is in play. 5965. Again, remember 597 or 5987. Isn't that the level? And then 6,000. And then other than that, Chad, aren't you happy you have a long term? Like, don't you see how you have no FOMO with the long term? No matter what happens? Do you guys get it now? Does it make sense? How it could calm you down and make you feel good and put you in the game? Does it? I hope it does. This is amazing. Pizza. All right, bro. They're all going. Oh, my goodness. So watch the crypto plays. Again, MSTR, IBIT, anything related. And now Core Weave, we called out a nice UNH, but damn, son. All right. Well, on that note, ride the wave. And yeah, we're about to get into Philo. No FOMO is required, you guys. And God bless you and God bless America. Woo! And the vets, baby. Thank you, veterans. We love you, veterans. Should you buy the dip, says CNBC. All right.
Different. I find this Walmart
Get ready.
We'll
begin Philo in a few minutes.
Because during COVID, companies weren't trying to hold the line. They were shoveling price increases because consumers had the income from the government to help spend on that, but also because they were able to increase profit margins under the guise of everything's going up, and they do benefit from that. This time we're seeing much more advertising geared towards hey, we're not going to do this. It's some of the car companies, the wireless carriers, Verizon and the rest. Now here's Walmart saying, we're trying to hold the line. The president's encouraging that, of course, but it's in the company's own interest if they don't think the consumer can handle it. And look at Sentiment Friday. So that feels a little bit different and points towards more pressure, I guess, on corporate profit margins.
Absolutely does pressure margins because they can't pass things along. Now, the companies that aren't really as affected by tariffs, that their margins do benefit. I think of sort of the washing machine issue, during the Trump one, when, the foreign washing machine prices were raised to sort of be helpful to Whirlpool and the like, and Whirlpool was able to raise its prices, basically because LG and Samsung had to as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of moving parts in all this stuff. But yes, if there's price pressures coming in from abroad, that has no choice, but in the broad sense to have an impact on profit margins.
This is at the other end of the spectrum. But Brian and I were talking the other day about Wolf ranges, which are a luxury item, but they're made in America. But they can still raise prices because consumers understand, oh, the price is going up because of well, does it directly affect them? I mean, maybe not, but
on the other hand, the Wolf Stove customers are,
they can handle it.
They're generally
right.
better. It's more the Amana, the Amana gas, the Amana electric range. That's more the problem.
Where do you then kind of, for those who they have a long weekend coming up, the bill may or may not be stalled going through Congress. We can dive in on that later. Is the outlook for stocks now hunky-dory for the rest of the year or no?
Is the outlook for stocks hunky-dory? I don't know, because what Bostic was saying and what John Williams is saying is I think a lot of this was predicated on, the return to interest rate cuts, and these guys are telling you it's not happening now. We're seeing Fed funds futures no longer pricing in 100% for even September. So it's getting pushed out a bit. And so if you're doing this because you think there's going to be this monetary easing, that's a problem. If you're doing it because of momentum, as you alluded to at the top of the segment, momentum at its purest form is saying, I don't really care about fundamentals. All I care about is price action. And to some extent, that's working because we see this pattern seemingly daily where the futures, a lot of times are lower in the morning. And then as U.S. traders wake up, the futures start to wake up as well. And the momentum kicks back in and, rinse, repeat. And you see this again. Today, we got a good benefit because we saw the buy the dip action in the bonds as well. I think if we did not see that, then stocks probably would not have caught back.
How significant is that we saw them kind of pushed in the overnight session towards levels and, the Sell America pattern was back and now here we are, and that already seems like a little bit of it's less of a reaction than I think we got in the 10-year when the 2011 downgrade happened, and that was in a much weaker economic environment.
But we made it through that. See, this is one of those things that doesn't kill you, makes you stronger, and I think Ray Dalio's point is right. It's maybe not stating the proper amount of risk in the bond market because we can, if you issue debt in your own currency, you can always print enough money to pay it off. The question
Who
is,
told you that?
If you're relying on foreigners to buy that debt, do they want to?
Fucking Bernanke. Bernanke taught the world that. That's when we should have gotten downgraded. That's what people were saying. Those are the moments where we should have got credit downgraded. Yo, Dell finally popping. Oh, dude, it printed way higher. I think that was a glitch, but it's moving up. Remember, you had all those headlines, and then Core Weave, man. The premiums aren't going higher, but they're like up. Oh, excuse me. So, yeah, Chatadonia, how we living? Who told you that, right? And then UNH, what a banger, bro. I hope you got that. That was the one I passed up on. But it was a money, man. Money, Habibi, money. That's it. Chatadonia. How are you? It's Philo time. I'm so excited, man. And I hope all of these Philos have been good, man. Okay? Chad, I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited for today's Philo. Okay? Because I got a good thing. But it's kind of simple. We're going to go through a couple of places. But I do hope all of you, your mindset is so key. Okay? Stay encouraged. Like I told y'all just last week, take heart and keep it. You understand me? For real, bro. You think it's just info? You think it's just stocks? You think it's... Bro, those of you who have a good mindset, you're going to do so well. You understand? That is your superpower. Let the world go crazy. Let every man be a liar. Go ahead. You got something different, but you guys need to tap into it. Okay? So be encouraged. I hope you start off this week, man, and head up, chin up, chest to the sun, and you better move in it. And whatever happened last week, whatever's going to happen, don't bring it in here, but remain encouraged, okay? So, that being said, before we get into Philo, I wanted to start with that. But remember, this is Philo. Again, I have been reminding people of the rules. Even today, I banned a lot of people, but you guys didn't hear about it because I think we've spent enough time trying to help people understand the rules. So it's very simple. You either follow them or you're not, and we're not going to deal with it. So this is now Philo, and you have paid to be here. So if you don't want to listen to it, that's fine, but if you comment anything distracting, you will get banned. If you focus on the Philo, you will not get banned. Now, do I care what you do? I don't. I don't care if you go and repent or whatever. That's all up to you. But if you think what I'm talking about is nonsense, you do not have a right to talk about it at this moment. Why? Because I want to get through it, talk to the people who care about it, and I also want to work. So very simple. If you don't like it, you don't say anything. That's not what we're asking from you. You focus on stocks, and that way too, everybody gets what they want. If you don't like the Philo, focus on stocks. You have the news wire up. You have more info. If anything breaking happens, I will stop whatever I'm doing and we'll get to it, and hopefully we'll make a bag, God willing. Otherwise, if it's not market moving, if it's not pressing, I'm probably going to ignore it. So point is workflow. We could all get what we want, and we could work good, we could work fast, and we could do it efficiently, but it requires a certain amount of mutual respect, especially at this moment. So if you're for it, let's get it, baby. If not, I would either leave or I'll show you the exit. But, oh, man, I'm so excited for today, guys. Okay, so I'm going to read the Bible in a little bit, but let me get to the, the intro. This one's a trip, dude. This one, because I've noticed it, and I think people, maybe here, you tell me if you have noticed this. I want you to look around, or maybe recently in life, have you noticed, or have you met a different version of yourself? So, hear me out. I feel like, have you ever been interacting with somebody, maybe your friends, people, I don't know, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's like the old me. Does someone know what I'm talking? It's kind of a phenomenon. I think it's a trip. And I've noticed people kind of bringing this up. And I noticed it. And I was like, whoa, this is trippy. So, look around. Have you noticed it? It's really, really trippy. But you see other versions of yourself. It's actually mind-blowing, but this is what I want you to think about. It's not an alter ego. No. I mean real. And this is what I want you to see, man. Every time you see somebody and it reminds you of a former version of yourself, I want you to kind of look and realize these were the other paths you could have taken. The good ones and the bad ones. But my brother, there is so many examples of life and how it is lived and walked. And we have so many examples right in front of us. But this is why I keep telling you guys about choices and decisions and consequences. Because, bro, I have somebody I know, and it blew me away, and I'm like, holy crap. The difference between me and that person is only a couple of decisions. And it's actually mind-blowing. Like I told you guys, I've had a lot of friends of mine that I grew up with pass away. It's actually scary. And I even told y'all the other day, I had a friend of mine a month or two ago. He got taken to the hospital, almost died because of drugs. He thought he was doing one drug. There was another drug. Bro, do you not realize? Look around, you have all of these examples, and you could see it in other people where your life would be if you kept going along a certain path. So can we cut the cap? Can we stop and pay attention and start actually rejoicing if you got off of a bad path and stop wanting to go back? And I hope some of y'all could see, bro. You think this whole getting rich, being successful, what do you think it is, dude? For real, what do you think it is? Because I'm telling you, it's only a couple of decisions. It's only a couple of changes. Y'all don't got you, man. Why do you don't think it's weird that you and I could relate in so many ways? You don't think that's weird that I be telling you all my stories and y'all listen to me for years and I'm explaining it and we're like, wow, it's like we grew up in the same family, bro. Seriously, it's like we grew up with the same stimulus and all of that. All that's different is a couple of choices. That's it. Just a couple decisions, bro. If I didn't pick up that stock when I was 14 years old, oh man, I don't know what I'd be. If again, real estate, My parents didn't tell me certain things. Bro, what if I didn't grow up hating religion? So I need y'all to look around, bro. You have peers. You have people in your life and that you've been around, and you probably were riding the same path. But look, you're meeting and you have evidence of different versions of yourself. And they're out there. So my brother, while you're conscious right now, in control, what are you going to do with this version? And that's why I'm saying, though, I encourage you. Bro, y'all just made a couple of key choices and getting you off of the path of other things, and you see it. Keep going, bro. Keep going. And I pray to God you don't look back one day and be like, oh, I wish I did keep going. Oh, I wish that version of myself, though, that would have been the version of me that didn't quit. The version of me that didn't give in to the fear. Oh, I hope you feel me. So good work, Chad. And pay attention. So that's the first part. But now here's the second part before I get into the reading. It's a very quick reading, so these parts might be a little more important to a degree. But my brother, I've said this to you guys years ago. And this is why I'm saying, I'm telling you, bro, I think I've given you guys a lot of good Philos. I'm going to toot my own horn here because they've helped me out. My own Philos be helping me, bro. And I think they're fire. And I think at this moment, that's a cherry on top. We executed well. We're doing good. And man, that mindset's important. But I'm telling you now, y'all better pray for discernment and you better lock in. But man, dude, you guys, it's all of this is in your head. I can't stress it enough. Everything comes down to your head and your mindset. And that's why I want to remind you of something old that I've told you before, because this is so critical. What good is all of these Philos, bro, if you're not even being able to let it resonate properly and getting so emotional, and then it's not cutting through. And what I'm talking about is the relationship with yourself. I don't know if y'all have picked up on this as I've been telling you these Philos. You need to respect yourself. I don't know who's listening right now. I did not make this Philo with the intention of calling out anybody. This is for all of you. I mean this. Just because I'm saying this doesn't mean you don't do it. But I need to remind you to respect yourself. Men, women, young, old, respect yourself. Do you understand me? You need to have respect for yourself so you could love yourself. And you better start loving yourself. But this is critical. Intel popping. Yeah, and we're still at the high. Doesn't look like anything, but keep those on watch just in case. But yeah, man, you need to respect yourself. And I'm going to tell you right now the easiest way, you guys. Easiest way. If you don't have, you're like, how do I respect myself? Well, stop talking shit to yourself. How about that? You remember this Philo, guys. I've told you this. Some of you, what you say to yourself, you wouldn't dare utter that to another person. You know that, right? Some of y'all, what you say internally, your internal monologue, you are so offensive to yourself. It's actually kind of ridiculous. I've said this to you guys for a half a decade. No, it's like actually insane. The level, even the standard you hold yourself to. My goodness. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was anybody else, you would be like, oh, no, that was a hard task. No, it's okay. No, but even to yourself, you're like, oh, I was supposed to do 18 things, and then I was supposed to get a job, buy a house, do all this before I woke up, and then I have to take care of my kids. Like, bro, that doesn't make any sense. Be easy on yourself. You see, and this is what I'm saying. I'm excited for this Philo today, and I'm excited for this concept, you guys, because I've said it for a very long time. And I must remind you, with your money, to your talk. Some of y'all think I'm weird with the chats and what I ban. No, y'all need to have more respect for me, for you, for everybody. It's so critical. You have no idea. Thermo Fisher is still going, and SPY. Again, Intel volume, nothing else. Yeah, man. Nah. Well, here, and I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you, bro. Don't play. This is what I've always said. This is why, too, man. Some of y'all got to realize when you try to be cute, I don't think you realize how it comes out. You know what I'm saying? You may not realize how others kind of look at it, but, dude, this isn't about, oh, hold on. I got distracted. There's a lot of things moving. Oh. Yeah, like I'm saying, though, it's not about the words. Because, bro, I'll call myself dumb. You know that? In my heart, I don't mean an insult. Oh, y'all don't feel me, bro. That's what I was saying, bro. That's why sometimes people say stuff and it may seem innocent. Remember that C.S. Lewis? And you got to play that game. But, like, nah, you know what it is. You know what you really mean. That's why, like, bro, I'm not... do you guys get what I'm saying? Let's go. We're not eating baby food no more. Time to move on. Time to move on to the good stuff. You guys don't need the milk anymore. You see what I'm saying? It's not, oh, dumb, stupid. Oh, what do I tell? Oh, no. I mean, what is in your heart? You get what I'm saying? Some of you, this is the problem with the whole, like, let go thing. Because in your heart, what you're telling yourself, bro, you're beating yourself down. And I don't approve it. I don't approve of this. You know, you fuck up, let's correct it. Maybe, yeah, you'll realize it. But no, I mean, like, deep in your heart, bro. I mean, like, what are you really telling yourself? And your reflection and all of that, like, what does that really say to you? Nah, Netflix, $1. Yeah, it's fake. You're good, bro. But do you get what I'm saying? It's not about... I don't care about the words. I really don't. I care about beating yourself up. I care about what your self-view. My brother, this is our ride. You know that? Oh, y'all don't feel me. This is our ride. Bro, this little head of yours, your brain, your body, this is the only vehicle we have on this planet right now. This is your ride to wherever you want to go. We need to start vibing with it. Oh, Chad... Do you get what I'm saying? Like, inside, bro, you need to start respecting yourself, put yourself in situations that lend to respecting yourself, but deep down, everything you say to yourself, you don't say the standard. You need to be in continuity. You need to vibe with yourself. And like I'm saying, one of the best things to notice and stop is how you criticize and attack yourself. You know what I'm saying? But you would never do that to others. Not at all. So do you realize why I'm so excited about this? Because, like I'm saying, you need to be easy on yourself. But you can't go easy. Oh, I love it. You have no idea, Chad. I love it. You know why? Because I got clarity. I got a little more clarity, and I know a little bit more about why I'm here. I know what my purpose is. Chad, as of late, this is part of it. My job is to remind you of this. I don't know if you feel me. Bro, my job is to make sure that you are actually trying your best, but going easy on yourself. That's the problem. Because what ends up happening, you guys will be hard on yourself, and you shouldn't do that. And I'm like, yeah, don't do that. But then you didn't really give it your best. Do you see the problem? Do you see the middle ground that we need to get to? Because like I'm telling you, bro, If you're not giving it your all and you're like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, subconsciously, you're not really working. You're not trying. You're putting yourselves repetitively into bad scenarios. You're not respecting your money, your time, your future, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want you to feel bad, and I'm not going to beat you down, and I need you to love and respect yourself. Otherwise, we can't build we need that foundation. But no, let's be real. You weren't giving it your best. And that's the problem. But that's where I'm saying this is where I could help you. It is my job to remind you and make sure the standard is there where you are firing at all cylinders. And my brother, if you fall short, that's okay. Do you see what I'm saying? You fall short, my brother, be easy on yourself and learn from it and grow and love and respect yourself and let it turn into what it needs to. But you did try your best. Amen. But if you did not try your best, that's where the devil creep in. Because now we're mixing in lazy and then going hard on ourselves. So we need to find that right there. So start thinking about what you say to yourself. But now too, man, like the whole point is, all of you, I really need you to get this. Bro, if you're moving at your own pace, that's okay. You know that? That's why I think some of y'all need to realize. So I said, let go and stop worrying. Stop fucking forcing and pressuring yourself into these scenarios, man. All right? It's very simple. If you're moving at your own pace, that's fine, but you have to be trying your best. This is the caveat. My brother, if you're going at a slower pace, there's no shame in that. Stop trying to... there's only shame if you're not trying your best. Don't tell me I'm going at my own pace, but that own pace that's not living up to what you have. It's not living up to your future. It's not living up to the resources you have now. That we can't do. But you mean to tell me you're going out every day? I'm taking whatever income I have and I'm saving it. I'm dealing with whatever life is and whatever I have, I'm honoring it and I'm respecting me. And you know what? Even though the situation doesn't look like this, I'm actually very optimistic. And this is why I'm going to start putting it down. Again, I told y'all, if you don't believe in the future, bro, if you think it's not impossible, you're not going to do anything today. Why would you? If you didn't believe in yourself, if you didn't believe in your future, you're right. Why would I save $200 a month? So yeah, what are you putting in your mind, dog? SPY's going up. Yeah, pretty big. Pretty big. Everything else is still going. I don't know if anybody else moved. Yeah, we're chilling. Core weave. But yeah, man. Do you feel me? I hope you do. Because like I'm saying, bro, time, don't rush it, man. Life, we live life. You live through it. And that's amazing. And I think some of y'all need to relax and be easy on yourself. But the caveat, the number one X factor is making sure we are giving an honest, genuine effort at what we are trying to accomplish. You understand? And if that genuine effort is missing, you need to focus on it. And even if it is there, I need you to actually start respecting yourself with it and stop forcing it. I don't see Trump yet. I see SMB chairman comments. We're moving up. These wicks are crazy, but I don't have him yet. There you go. Trump, Russia to immediately start ceasefire negotiations. So, no, there's a headline, but it's not anything like, out of the normal from what we just heard with the call. It's like kind of leading it in there, but we'll see. But yeah, it is on Truth Social. Getting more updates. Call went very well. Immediately start. Just completed. Yeah, it's really long. I don't think that's why we're moving. I think we're just moving, if that makes any sense. Wants large trade with U.S. Okay, that's a little new. All right, I'll read it all. There's a tone human spirit, excellent. Trade with the U.S. when this catastrophic bloodbath is over. Tremendous opportunity to create massive amounts of jobs and wealth. Potential is unlimited. Ukraine can be a beneficiary. I have informed Zelensky. He's informed everybody. The Vatican, by the Pope, he stated it would be very interested in hosting negotiations. Wow. So we'll see. Maybe you might have the war negotiations hosted at the Vatican. Or the peace. All right. It is great news. I hope there's peace. Ba-da-ba-ba-bop. I'm in a coat. All right. So, Chad, my brothers, let's go. Make a real effort, but be easy on yourself. Respect yourself. Believe in the future. It's all good. And now, I'm going to tell you the reading. This is what I really wanted to talk to you about, but like I'm saying, man, I felt that first part, and I think it's very important. And I think going easy on yourself while going hard is the key. It's contradicting. You know, I need you to give yourself grace, but at the same time, I need you to work like you broke as hell. You know that? Even if you're like, Josh, I am broke as hell. Good. Bro, you know what Proverbs says? It says a hungry man, the empty stomach drives a man on. So you get what I'm saying? You got to let that reflect, but go easy on yourself. Don't believe you're going to be stuck there forever, but you got to actually go. So amen, bro. Amen. So other than that, Chattadonia, here's the final part of the Philo. Believe. Believe and wait on the Lord. I'm about to sound cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Because I don't hear God. You guys know that? I know a lot of people, I speak in tongues. And Jesus told me that Josh is the one. No, I've never heard God. Have I in many other ways? Yeah, but I've never had a borderline mental delusion of actually speaking with God. But man, I can't shake it. There's one thing that I keep telling you it. Every weekend, bro. Every weekend, I can't escape this concept. You know what it is? Wait on the Lord. That's it. Bro, wait on the Lord. Oh, man. That's why I keep telling you, bro. I'm like, listen. Oh, yeah, that reminded me. I need to tell you guys something else. Because I'm like, bro, the Lord will provide. And whatever is happening, and I'm like, this play, that. Even when we bought the dip, I had no idea what was going on. The Lord will provide. The Lord will provide. My brother, you know what some of y'all need right now? Trust. But I'm telling you, it's not, you don't need the delulu, what's going to happen? No. Bro, you need to trust yourself. You need to trust your plan, the mission, and above all else, you need to trust God. But that's how let me put it this way, do whatever you want. You know why? Because you want to know how I feel? This is how I feel right now. That's it. That's it. Very simple. This is what's going through my head every day, every weekend. I make a big bag, I lose money, I don't make nothing. This is what's in my head. I'm telling you, I can't shake it. My heart rejoices. Every weekend, I'm singing songs. The way I talk with God, I'm like, man, bro, I'm like, this is the same guy. He's so merciful. The guy, he controlled the wind, this, all of this stuff, bro. I'm like, wow, amen. And above all else, like, trust. I don't think you guys get it. I don't. The Pharisees don't get it. I know all these Christian people, I don't think they get it. Bro, I'm talking about belief. I'm talking about real belief and trust. Hasbro, pop. Hey, what? They have the same price. Watch Hasbro, though. Remember, they were tied to some of the trade stuff. Bro, talking faith, like real trust. Wait on the Lord. Do you trust God? Do you guys this is it. This is what I'm saying, where a lot of people don't get it. You know why? Go look at the Bible. Do you realize all those people he selected? A lot of them were unsavory characters. I don't know if y'all feel me. Go, I read it. Read the Bible. You'll see what I'm talking about. And these random people, and they get so close to God. Do you not realize what it was that did it? The only difference between them and they just believed. There was a strong and genuine, true sense of belief. Oh, y'all don't feel me, bro. Bro, do you realize that he moves on that? Hello, I think I'm back on. I'm back. Do you guys hear me? Let me know. Is it back on? Please stand by. Are we good? Yeah, bro. All that matters is belief. I guess it cut out. But bro, trust. Like, do you trust the long term? Do you trust where your life is going? Do you really believe in amor fati? That's all trust. Why don't you get mad when something bad goes on? Because you trust that you really love fate. But can I remind you guys that, like, for real, and I hope you all still have your time in your secret place and you seek the Lord. Because, bro, this is one of the biggest things to get movement. Real belief. Genuine belief in your heart. Genuine trust. Again, you don't need a sacrifice. You just need to obey. And then again, belief. Belief is in the middle. Like, I'm talking real belief, bro. Real trust. That's why, do you guys not realize the difference between somebody who has had the long term for 5 years and not? Like, for real. And it's not the money. It's not anything. Do you not realize that those two people, the guy who got the long term for 5 years, been saving with even $100, the littlest amount, versus the one who didn't? What do you think that person believes, dude? Oh, y'all don't feel me. I guarantee you that homeboy has, the one with even the littlest long, his mentality and trust in the future and plan, I guarantee you, way different than the person who's like, no long term. Nah. It's kind of crazy. So, Chad, wait on the Lord. And I'm going to give you another one on this, because this topic, bro, I can't get away from it. But that's why I hope, with all of this stuff I've told you, with all of the don't rush, I think it hits, bro. And that's the thing. You need to do your job. You need to do what God has created you to do. Live in it, bro. Love yourself. Respect it. And at the same time, that's the beauty. You have what you need to do, and then it has to cross and contradict where you can't do anything at all. It's still in God's hands. So wait for it. Shopify. It's kind of small, but it's moving. Could be a dud. Check Shopify. I don't see any headlines, but that one's starting to move. Premiums are kind of wild. So here's the verse. I just want to read you, and I love it, man. But this is what I'm saying when you listen, and I hope all of you today, I hope you go and pray. And I need you to explore the concept of trusting the Lord, like for real. And trusting everything that is happening for you, not to you. And really hammering home this mission. Because I'm telling you, when I read this, bro, it's beautiful. And I loved it. But again, this is what's resonating in my heart, in my mind, in my soul. There's something bigger. Psalms 37. Don't worry about the wicked or envy those who do wrong. For like grass, they soon fade away. Like spring flowers, they soon wither. Trust in the Lord and do good. Then you will live safely in the land and prosper. Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you your heart's desires. Commit everything you do to the Lord. Trust him, and he will help you. He will make your innocence radiate like the dawn, and the justice of your cause will shine like the noonday sun. But be still in the presence of the Lord, and wait patiently for him to act. Don't worry about evil people who prosper, or fret about their wicked schemes. I'm going to stop right there. You know why? Why does he says be patient? And then what does he warn you about? I think this is going to blow your guys' minds because it's so easy. Be still in the presence of the Lord and wait patiently for him to act. Don't worry about evil people who prosper or fret about their wicked schemes. Come on, son. You get it? No, it's crazy, bro. Do you know what's going to make you not patient? I know one way for thousands of years has knocked people off of the right path. I know exactly how I could get you to get out of your lane. You know that? I could get you to be impatient and listen to the humans and not wait on the Lord. You know what I got to do? Only got to do one thing. All I got to do is show you somebody breaking the rules and doing good. That's it. All I got to show you is an evil person prospering and a wicked scheme, and then guess what's going to happen? You're going to start getting impatient. Let me ask you, be real with yourself. Has that happened to you? It's happened to me. I've done that. That's what y'all don't realize, bro. You realize how hard it was? And that's how I think YouTube finance changed. Because after COVID, bro, and so many people, man, what are you talking about? Then you saw all the PPP people. Oh, and then this. That's what I was saying, bro. Why do you think so many people got mad at me? I told them, be wise, don't do this. And guess what? Dogecoin goes crazy. Now they hate Josh. I'm like, hey, guys, be careful on GameStop. Oh, guess what? Whoop. Nope, now impatient, angry. And then that's why this time around, I'm like, nope, that's all you. But think it's the same thing. You see evil, wicked people, and you see them have success. You see them doing sketchy shit. Guess what? It's going to make you impatient. You don't think it's weird that the Bible had this written down over 2,000 years ago? No, you don't. Even without social media, people were watching other wicked people, and it was fucking up their life. No? Isn't that crazy? In the Bible? Oh, come on. Bro, you are getting tormented and terrorized by the same thing that tormented the cavemen. What are you talking about? It's the oldest trick in the book. Bro, Shopify is still going. Those plays went up. I had it on the first one. I didn't take them, but yeah. That's it. So I hope you realize why it's so important, what you are looking at. And this noise and letting go. But dude, if you keep looking at evil people, you know damn well it's a scam, and you're going to let that get you impatient. My brother, you deserve what comes next, because you could avoid it. And this is an age-old, thousands of years ago. The world already knew this. Why don't you? You don't realize watching all of that garbage, watching all of this stuff that makes you're like, wow, they're so bad. They're wicked. But look at it, they're making money. Oh, well, this scheme, that's going to throw you off the path. Go, keep hanging out with your friends who deal drugs and don't save. My brother, you're going to get impatient. Do you understand? Go, keep hanging out with the guys gambling the daily options, telling you no longer. My brother, you're going to get impatient. Do you guys not understand? This is life. This is life. This is nature. It's the same thing. So if you go and you keep putting your eye on it, it's going to get in your head, it's going to get in your heart, and it's going to get you off of the path. Oh, I love this one. Are you ready? Stop being angry. Turn from your rage. Do not lose your temper. It only leads to harm. For the wicked will be destroyed, but those who trust in the Lord will possess the land. Shop again. Soon the wicked will disappear. Though you look for them, they will be gone. The lowly will possess the land and will live in peace and prosperity. The wicked plot against the godly. They snarl at them in defiance. But the Lord just laughs, for he sees their day of judgment coming. The wicked draw their swords and string their bows, to kill the poor and oppressed, to slaughter those who do right. But their swords will stab their own hearts, and their bows will be broken. It is better to be godly and have little than to be evil and rich. For the strength of the wicked will be shattered, but the Lord takes care of the godly. So that one, I'm going to stop again too. You know why? Because this is one of those phrases that we hear, and yet you give an amen, but we don't let it really reach our heart. Okay? You want to know what I'm talking about? It is better to be godly and have little than to be evil and rich. Do you really believe that? You have to. Because I know we say it, but it's what I mean. This is part of the let go thing, bro. If you just like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I'm supposed to agree with that. Yeah, sure. No, I mean in your heart. Bro, until you're willing to let go of the thing you want the most, you're not going to get it. I'm telling you how to get it right now. And it starts with that phrase right there. You need to let that hit and land deep in your soul and be okay with it. That, my friend, is where you will grab those things. Because then, again, you're not holding on to it. It's a hierarchy. It's a priority. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, God will provide. It makes sense. I think it makes a lot of sense. It's a hierarchy. You follow that. You're willing to... Nah, I don't care. I would rather have a good foundation than to have a tall building. No? That's what it's saying. Once you truly accept that, oh man, next level. Or you could spend 10 years figuring this one out. Same test, different day. Day by day, the Lord takes care of the innocent, and they will receive an inheritance that lasts forever. And they will not be disgraced in hard times. Even in famine, they will have more than enough. But the wicked die, and the Lord's enemies are like flowers in the field. They will disappear like smoke. The wicked borrow and never repay, but the godly are generous givers. Those the Lord blesses will possess the land, but those he curses will die. So, Chad, do you remember this one? Because this is, remember I told you, I gave you guys a lot of lessons and Bible lessons on money. But remember, I said this, I think it was like a year ago. But can I remind you all? For real. And I don't mean this. I'm not trying to like shit talk you. But my brother, those who borrow and never repay are wicked. I love this. You know why? Because I want you to put this standard in your heart right away. You get it? You, my brother, all of you. I said this. I said this a year ago when I remember reading this. You must pay all your debts. Okay, if it goes to collection, you don't have to pay it. They already hit your credit. Okay? They've already collected and they've worked their way around that. But at the end of the day, you don't take money if you're not going to pay it back. Do you all understand? I need you to handle money responsibly. Isn't this weird that it's in the Bible? But there's so many good pieces of advice, and it's related to this. But my brother, if you don't move like that in life and you think, no, very bad habit. And again, it ties in. I just thought I'd mention it. It reminded me of the last Philo. The Lord directs the steps of the godly. He delights in every detail of their lives. Though they stumble, they will never fall. For the Lord holds them by the hand. Amen. This is it. This is the line. You know why? He delights in every detail of their lives. Do you not get it? That's what I was talking about. Do you realize there is such a small amount of people in this world that genuinely believe that the Lord actually cares about every little thing in their life? Wow. That's the faith I want you to have, Chad. Do you see what I'm telling you? Anybody could say faith. I mean, deep in your heart, bro. Do you really believe that wow, my God cares about everything? Even the smallest detail. He knows every hair on my head, but he actually cares. That's why I reach out to him. See what I'm saying? That's why I go to him when I have a problem. That's why I go to him when I'm happy. Every time, because I believe he cares about everything. I know he's the creator. He has a lot to handle. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a concept, but I really do believe every time I get on my knees in this room praying before the stream, I think he's there. I think he cares. I think he cares about, you know what? The world is a really big place and there's a lot of serious things, you know? But I think he cares about our stream. Oh, I think he cares about the impact. Chad Adonia. So I hope you feel me. A lot of serious things, you know? Oh, yeah, no, we're good. But do you get that? The Lord directs the steps of the godly. He delights in every detail of their lives. Though they stumble, they will never fall. That's it. I believe in God. That's all I have. I'm not a good person. I'm not the best. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. I think there's people, I just believe God. I believe the Bible. I believe the words. I believe the promise. And at the end of the day, I think that my Father and God, He cares when I pray. I know. And it's not like the world revolves around me. It's like, no, that's my dad. You see what I'm saying? It's not like, again, people have faith. People say they believe. And there's so many things. I fall short every day. I fall short. But I believe in God, and I believe He cares, and I believe He is involved in my life. That alone. That's the only little thing I have. And I think all of you could get it. But again, I hope this helps. I hope you start really thinking and position your heart to it, Move your heart in that area. It's funny because I was even with my mom yesterday, and we had this talk, and she even said it. Those of you even praying, you're like, God, I don't know what to do. Point me in the right. My brother, he already answered your prayer. Amen. The fact you're even thinking about where to point your heart and where you're even think, God, that's magic right there. That's already working. You get it? So it's the same thing. So Chad, bro, God is good. But you need to believe it. You see what I'm saying? Doesn't matter, bro. That's between there. But again, and that's why I'm saying I believe. Not only do I believe, and do I believe He cares about every little detail. Why do you think I'm waiting? Why do you think I'm patient? I don't understand things. That's okay. I can move confidently and easily. You know why? I don't need to understand it. Oh, I hope they feel me. So Chad, don't forget this one. Once I was young and now I am old. Yet I have never seen the godly abandoned or their children begging for bread. The godly always give generous loans to others, and their children are a blessing. Turn from evil and do good, and you will live in the land forever. For the Lord loves justice, and He will never abandon the godly. He will keep them safe forever, but the children of the wicked will die. The godly will possess the land, and they will live there forever. The godly offer good counsel. They teach right from wrong. They have made God's law their own, so they will never slip from His path. The wicked wait in ambush for the godly, looking for an excuse to kill them. But the Lord will not let the wicked succeed, or let the godly be condemned when they are put on trial. Put your hope in the Lord. Travel steadily along His path. He will honor you by giving you the land. You will see the wicked destroyed. I have seen wicked and ruthless people flourishing like a tree in its native soil. When I looked again, they were gone. Though I searched for them, I could not find them. Look at those who are honest and good, for a wonderful future awaits those who love peace. But the rebellious will be destroyed. They have no future. The Lord rescues the godly. He is the fortress in times of trouble. The Lord helps them, rescuing them from the wicked. He saves them, and they find shelter in Him. Wow. Well, that is Psalms 37. I've read it to you guys before. That's why it's just funny how it came up over the weekend. But like I'm saying, every weekend I have heard, listened, or read something relating to wait on the Lord. That's it, every time. And that's why it's funny because I've even been telling y'all the Lord will provide. I was just saying it. But I'm like, no, like actually the Lord will provide. No, like for real, the Lord will provide. This isn't like a figure of speech. But like, yeah, I think it's very critical. And this is the verse. But then too, and I think some people, I think some of y'all, I really hope you recognize your Father, the Lord Jesus Christ, is involved in your life and He cares. But you can't, it's not going to do anything if you don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think once you put your eyes up to that, it'll open a lot more for you. And I think that's one of the biggest things. But other than that, I just blanked on it because I have to ban this fool. But Oh, what was it? Yeah. I forgot. Oh, well, wait. And trust the Lord. But no, I'm telling you, this is a big deal. And like I'm saying, if you make and you actually believe he's involved in your life, I think you're gonna see something a little different. But then again, too, now this is it. This is what I forgot. Do you guys not realize how important your perception of the evil and wicked is? I think, honestly, some of you guys need to stop playing games with this, myself included. Because, again, it's hard. This hits everybody, bro. At some point in the next couple of years, you are going to watch somebody or some group of people do something wicked and benefit off of it. Are you going to let that destroy your future or throw you off the path? Yes or no? You better answer that now, and I hope your answer stays the same when the opportunity arises. Because it's going to happen. You don't think that's weird? You don't think that's weird that in the midst of wait on the Lord, trust in the Lord will defend, the wicked will judge, but he keeps bringing up this concept. Telling people, stop tripping out about wicked people succeeding. Because this really has gone on from the beginning of time till now. And it throws people off of the path. So I hope you're ready for it. But Chad, believe. And you need to magnify it. You need to make it big. I hope you do. But above all else, man, I hope you guys realize you're doing good. And some of y'all, man, I encourage you to go. And like I said, my job here is to make sure you're actually giving a full effort. And if you are giving a full effort, my friend, stop stressing out that you're going at your own pace. Do you understand? You need to be easy on yourself and love yourself, but you need to live up to your potential. I know it's getting, 1 minute I'm telling you it's okay. The next moment I'm telling you hurry up. You see what I'm saying? You need that balance. Don't let yourself slip. You need to give yourself the bare minimum and it's a high minimum because I know you got it in you. And you need to go and try everything you're saying, I'm trying, I'm giving it my best. And if you really are, my brother, chill. Love yourself, be easier on yourself. You're doing what you need to do. And if you're not giving it your all, man, go drink some water, sleep early, and fucking let's get it, bro. Because if you're not giving it your all, do this for me. Get sad and be mean to yourself after you go 100%. Go, give it your all, then come back and see if you feel the same. But until then, that's the big one. You need to start talking to yourself and respecting and loving yourself. But at the same time, you can't beat yourself down when you fail, but you also need to make sure you have a high standard when you start and that you're actually giving it your all so everything I'm telling you can apply. But if you're not giving it your all, what I'm saying doesn't apply. I still think you should be easy on yourself. But if you're not putting out enough to like, wow, I need to try, then yeah, I can't accept that. So Chad, happy Monday. The Lord is with you. I hope you receive it. But it's time to lock in and remember this little brain, body, mind. It's the only one you got, and this is our ride. So you better get used to sitting in it, and you better start vibing with it, and I would start respecting it and loving it. But on that note, Chad, take that one to the bank. That is your philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure, guys, you're subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. YouTube.com/The Stock Market. You're already here. So I think you know, right? You should. Why are these all red? All right. Sorry, I was looking at MRK. No eyes on that. You needed it. Good. But make it real. So I'm saying. All these philos and stuff is cool and all, but like I'm saying, in your heart, you guys, I want you chill. And you better love yourself. And next time you about to do something dumb, just think about the future you. This isn't this bullshit game where it's like, oh, you don't tell yourself you ain't got nothing to lose. I think some of you're not valuing your future self. See what I'm saying? If I'm like, bro, you're going to buy me a house in 10 years. So you know what that means? You got a high valuation. I wouldn't settle right now. I wouldn't give up. And next time you think about quitting, maybe reevaluate the future value because you probably got more than you're about to let go. And like I'm saying, you got to be easy on yourself. But then again, if you're not giving it your all, what the fuck are you doing? So, amen. Amen, bro. Amen. But on that note, let me get you some Uncle. And then, yeah. Let's get some of these. Let's get them. Should we just get them SoundCloud? We hit them SoundCloud uncles. Oh, yeah, we haven't heard this one in a while. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. So everything's on my eyes. When you take
yeah, man. What's it called? 2019. Holla at me. Ay. Stop it with the talking, I ain't got no animosity. Called it when I profit, you could say that shit a prophecy. The topics that you talking make me think you doing comedy. I shop it on the market every morning like a shopping spree. Yeah, see, I love it when they got it. Ain't rub it in they face, they could read up all about it. Can paint a perfect pic, I don't need the perfect palette. They be coming at me sideways, but still I kept my balance. God gon' get the glory in the story that I'm brewing. Sorry, I'm not sorry, I believe in what I'm doing. Yo, guys, I'm pretty godly, let me see him, let him prove it. I got mountains that need moving, round them lions and they drooling. I've been through a lot, these the lessons that I taught. See, I got a lot to teach, cause I had a lot I lost. You tryna eat with me, I'ma ask you what you brought. Nothing in this life is free, everything still got a cost. Up at your party, what's on my face? It's a code, I'm sorry. Fuck your gang, everybody want the money, but don't want change. You don't gotta love me, I'll be okay. Yeah, they talking and they barking like I care if they believe it. Honestly, you right, bro. You thinking you gon' be it. I'm not trying to fight, bro. I'm on the turn to cheat shit. Hold it, go the light bulb. I win if I'm defeated. Yeah. What's the plan without the work? What's a blessing without curse? Been depressed and I've been hurt. I've been stressed and I got burnt. I've been tested and I learned. I've been tempted, I discerned. Love them blessings but hate church. I've been knows a lot. Thought they supposed to help the flock, but they always talking guap. Thought they supposed to show the lies. Just because I say it, fuck, I can't believe in God. That sound fucking crazy, like they teaching Islam rhyme. Saying bombs is jihad. Don't use peace, use your arms. Use my speech, I disarm. Words stronger than the sword. Learn the mindset from the Lord. Man, define him by his wars. Progress ain't the final score. If you hate this, bless you more. At your party, what's on my face? It's a code, I'm sorry. Fuck your gang, everybody want the money. I don't want change. You don't gotta love me, I'll be okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cheddar. Finally paying the plug. Well, thank you, my friend. Thank you for everything and the daily motivation. Paid off my collections in full. Let's go. Bro, you didn't have to pay it. But that's good. That's good, though. Let's go, baby. Next up, long-term and crib. Amen. Vonderlane, EU. I want to thank Trump for his tireless efforts to bring a ceasefire to Ukraine. It's important that the U.S. stays engaged. Vonderlane has had a good call with Trump, Macron, Baloney, mayors in Finland, Stubb, and Zelensky getting debriefed with Putin. So, yeah, I think there is a ceasefire. We had that news earlier, but it is, they're all talking like it's a little bit more legit. You want me to give you a line to slide into a girl's DMs? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a good wingman, but I don't know. I don't know what type of game you got, bro. So other than that, good thing it's off topic because I would have banned you if you asked me that at 9 in the morning. So that's lessons to timing right there. Right place, right time. But yeah, I don't know. I'll need more info. But other than that, do you guys have any off-topic questions? So here, I have some off-topic shit to tell you. But again, I don't want to Elon Musk you again because I've already Elon Musked you. So that's why I have then I can't wait because if we do end up doing it, those people will never be allowed ever. I can't wait. That's the funniest part about it. So yeah. So that property last week, let me show you guys. You cannot post your plays. No, I will ban you. That's it. It's done. Everybody, I tried to help. I try to open it up, but the pumpers are way louder than the non-pumpers. So that way, it's gone now. Very simple, unfortunately. It's been dropping for the last, 30 minutes, even though it's been Philo. But yeah, again, von der Leyen is talking about it, but you got to cease fire. We kind of sold the news. You guys look at that? So literally we went up and then we sold the peace news. A loan hack for cars besides lease hack? Well, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to get? You could finesse anything, bro. You just got to, what's the goal? Tell me what the goal is. I'll tell you how to get it. That's all we got to figure out. LT overbid on the house, but I'm kind of happy he did. So let me show you. I hate the house, but I can't flip it how I wanted to. Okay, you are going down. So hold on before I show you this. I do want to show you guys something. I don't think anything's going on, but low key, you sold the peace news. Oil kind of moved a little bit. Currencies ain't do shit. Again, we hit a new high, filled the gap, had the peace headline, and then have been selling off since. Your parents want to sell you a house and you don't qualify. Yeah, I mean, I'll fund it, but you're going to give me some of your equity. Does that make sense? So or charge high interest. So if you want me to fund it, you're telling me your parents will sell you the house. I'll give you the money for it, but I'm going to take some of it, or you just go get a hard money loan. And then you pretty much, or I give you a loan, or even your parents maybe, and then get a loan that you're paying for 12 months, and then you could refinance into a normal one. That's it. So all you need is a 12-month bridge loan, realistically. So whether I give it to you or anybody, and then once you have payment history on that loan, anybody will refi out of it, pretty much. ARMP? What's this? Armada Pharma? Habibi, ARMP. The fuck is this? UNH, if you want the real answer, you got to pay me. And you've been here, so even though you're new, you've been here. You have a Chad fax. But yeah, I think it's high risk, high reward. I'm not buying it myself. I would rather wait. Today has been a preem crusher of a day. For financing CRE, I don't do it, so I don't really know. I mean, I have a lot of access to capital for real estate, and most of my lenders would fund it, but I don't really do commercial deals like that. Bro, whatever ARMP is, I mean, it looks like this thing's been split over and over again, and then you're going lower. Bitcoin, I think eventually. I mean, just if global liquidity keeps climbing, yeah. Do I believe we live in a simulation? No, I believe that the Lord Jesus Christ is God. So there you go. Okay, it's still going down, but add it to the Preem Crush because that's all you're getting. Womp, womp, womp. All right. So let's see if we go to VWAP, but let me show you this. So look at this ugly piece of shit house. Gosh. I have other videos, actually. Let me see if I could get them. They're on my other phone. So yeah, look. This is the house I saw last week. Okay, and it was a good one. Look at this. This is the front door to the house. So right there, this door is the front door to the house. And there's a toilet and then like a laundry room. It's the weirdest thing ever. I hate it. The house is terrible. But like I told you, it had a lot of equity. So even though it needs work, I can't do my normal. This is like a lending tips flip. He likes to knock down walls and shit. I don't like that. I like to keep it as easy as possible. But it needs a good layout and it needs a good price. It needs a lot of stuff. So in this case, I looked at some other comps this weekend and like I went through it all. But nah, it's a shitty house, but it's good, dude. I hate it. I hate that I like it, but it's such a bad house. But I think the equity's there, bro. I think I could get it below $1 million, and then it comps in the mid millies all the way up to like $2 million. So I like it a lot, but I'm gonna have to either do a lot or. Are you ready for this? I don't even want to talk about it though. That's why, because every time we talk about it, it doesn't happen. But if I really want to buy this house and I can't do anything, I am going to sell the long term. And then you might actually just have a compound. Yeah, the crooked one. Because I might have to do it. Because if I end up taking this house, it's going to take forever to do something, but I want it. So then, yeah. Well, God willing, I mean, I had different plans for it, but there might be a compound. But then again, you guys might need to work on it then if you want it. Or maybe I'll do that. If I buy it, then you guys got to fix it up. And then if you fix it up, I'll pay the mortgage. And then there's your compound. Does that sound good? You guys bring your own room. It has acreage. I think it's like 6 acres. So it has land. It has solar. I don't know if it has a well. But yeah. How's the compound gonna work? I don't know, but all I do know is if you've ever been banned and you've been weird in the chat, you are not allowed to come ever. So that's the first rule. So your chat facts there, but other than that, someone would pay if we knock down that house or we like knock down all the walls and change the layout. I think we could sell it for $2 million easy. There's a neighbor that sold for $4 million but it's like a crazy decked out house. The one that sold for $4 million, but it has good comps. That's what I was saying. I looked around this whole weekend. I checked everybody. I looked and I went to other properties. I was going without fucking dude. I have off-roading and shit, bro. It was annoying. Hold on, I'm texting them now. Because I think they declined one offer. I don't know, the lending tip speaking weird Egyptian. He speaks in like phrases. The value is pretty much in the land, yeah. It's really good land. That's what I like. But I don't like land. You see what I'm saying? I only buy properties with a structure. So the land is really good and the structure is shit, but usually if I could extract the value from the property, that's what I do. But in this case, it's going to be a little harder. So we're going to see. I'm waiting. I'm trying to even see. I don't know what the offer is. we put in, I think they rejected my low offer. That's why LT went up. Because I think they rejected, I said 700 and they said no. So he raised the offer. But now if they'll sell, I'm going to see if they'll sell or finance it. Because if they could do that, it'll work. But then other than that, like I said, I'm either going to try to flip it or it may be one if you guys want to. It's just expensive though. That's what I'm saying. If it was a cult compound, it's not as expensive as some of the other ones, but it's still, it's up there. This is in Southern California. That's the beauty. It's in SoCal. I'm not going to tell you where, not until I close the deal. But other than that, yeah, sunny Southern California. Well, that's the thing. I think if it ever did turn into a compound, like I said, it's not going to be for everybody. It will be very exclusive. Let me put it this way. If you don't have a long term, why would you even want to come? So, yeah. But other than that, it's, this is an idea we've had. And then things got weird and other things happened. So then we got rid of it. And that's why every time it gets brought up, people like to throw shade. But then again, like I said, I've banned those people, and so they'll never come. But it's funny how this is working, though, because now one of my options is to just give it to the cult, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, you're going to need a long term to go, though. You're not allowed to go without a long term. I would not. Why would I? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you wouldn't say, like, if you had a long term and you sold it for other reasons, you're allowed. That's fine. But if you don't have a long term, like, I would not trust you with a property of mine. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. If you think about it, like, why? I'll be like, if you wouldn't even save money, why would I, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Someone's going to get weird. That's, maybe, we'll see. Well, we might not do it, but even if we did, that's exactly why I'm like, maybe I do give it to the cult. Maybe I could run a test. Because I was saying, it's a flip. I'm getting it really cheap. I want to flip it, but might as well let you guys fuck up a shitty one. Well, let's see. I don't know what's going to happen. The Lord will provide, baby. The Lord will provide. What's meant to be is meant to be. Zelensky said he had 2 calls with Trump in different formats on Monday. First call was one-on-one. Second was with all the leaders, France, Germany, Finland, Italy, and EU. You guys are supposed to buy me a house, yeah. But we'll see. I don't know. I want to flip this fucking house. I want to buy this house. And I want to sell the long term. That's it. You guys annoyed me. And then it gave me the idea. And then this house just plopped in my fucking lap. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, the long term's at all-time highs. And then I'm like, $500,000 in equity minimum. Give me. So yeah, I don't know. Bitcoin. Fat red. Oh, a little bit. Yeah, Bitcoin is coming down. And then it also works with 250 too. So yeah. What would you do to it? Well, in this case, I would just get rid of I just remodel the whole fucking front door area. We'd have to move the bathroom. We'd have to move the laundry room. But then again, I don't know if we could do that without like it might require a lot of licenses and code, being up to code and shit. So that could take a long time. I don't want to. That's what I'm saying. If I buy it, it's $1 million minimum. So it's gonna still be an expensive holding cost. That's why if we did turn it into a cult, that would be your guys's, but it's expensive. So the only problem is you can't really hold it for too long. Otherwise, every month is going to add up. There is I I mean, you guys just want me to tell you? I was going to wait till I did it, but then again, I don't know when I'll do it. So, but do you guys realize I'm much smarter than I look, even though you can't see me? Like, you guys know I'm not that stupid sometimes. You know, do you realize like everything has a purpose? Did you know that? Nothing will be wasted, says the Lord. Did you know that? Were you aware? No, for real, man. Like, nothing will be wasted. So do you want me to tell you? I can show you. I already did this calculation. I already have a calculation. So, I even did a calculation on the long term. I could sell all of my losers and I could still turn that to a house. So I could sell every losing stock, pull out all that money, and turn it into a house. I already did the calculation. It works. But that's another topic. But here's the deal. You know taxes, right? Your long term, if you follow my strategy and you actually, this is the thing. I don't want to tell you though, because I want to keep letting y'all play around. But a lot of you made foolish mistakes. You know that? Every time I tell you not to sell for 10 years or don't sell until you want a house, do you realize that there's a reason? And part of it is taxes. You never know what's going to happen, right? But this whole process of holding, if you think ahead, you could be wise. So look, I was already playing with the numbers a little bit, but long story short, what's going to happen is like, look, you have gains and losses, right? You see, these are all gains. And when you sell for a gain, even if you held for a year, there's going to be taxes. Well, look at, even if you guys are like, oh, houses are tax deductible. Look, I've always told you this. This is why, unfortunately, you remember when I had to sell Palantir and shit like that? I did it because I made a lot of money and I had a way to reduce my losses or my taxes. So we're going to do the same thing on the long term. But look, this is what I'm trying to tell you. I calculated, I already have a Google Doc. I calculated how much money I'd get back if I sold my losers. Then I calculated the gains and then the losses because you would just level it out, bro. So look, hypothetically, if I sold Snapchat, right? Follow with me. Take a look on the screen. We'll use our favorite Snapchat. And you guys love to talk, but you don't realize the purpose. So look, Snapchat. We got our money back on covered calls, that one. So we got like half of the loss back. But if I sold Snapchat right now, I would get back $5,800. That's how much is left in value. So I'd get $5,000 cash. And then I would take a loss of $6,500. Are you following? So here, let me just run it down on paper for you, right? So we sell Snapchat. I would get back $5.8K cash in equity, right? And then the loss would be $6,500. All right, are you ready? So now I have on paper, when I sell that Snapchat, because I finally did it, I never sold before, right? That's what we do. It's still, I've only opened the position. So now I close it. So on paper now for this year, I will have a 6,500 gain. You see that? Or loss, excuse me, not gain. So then, you know what I'm going to do? Let's say part of it, or if I needed to sell the whole account or whatever, this is what I'm going to do. You're going to watch once I actually, the best part is when I do a deal, You guys will watch me do this specifically, and that's what I intended to show you. But let me just use an easy example, right? So we have what? 6.5 thousand in loss, right? Perfect. So then I also need my money because I'm buying a house, right? So let's sell Altria. So if I sold Altria, I would get back $26,000. So again, 26.9K, right? That's how much equity I would get back. But then look at my gain, 6,779. So my loss was 6.5, right? So now we have a gain of what? 6,779. Perfect. So do you see what just happened? So now if I needed to buy a house and I did all of that, look, we're going to add them up. So now let's say I needed $30,000 for the down payment or whatever. So I got back my $5,800 from Snapchat. Then I got my Altria back, $26,900. So now I have $3,200 or $32,000 to put on a down payment, right? But guess what my taxable gain is? So I gained 6,700 and then I lost 6,500. So guess what? My taxable gain is $200. Ta-da! And then we're going to do that throughout the whole portfolio when I know exactly how much money I need to buy a house and how much losses and gains. And now I've turned all of your plays into tax-free profits because you made a couple of bad decisions early in life. Oh my gosh, there's a strategy. Look at that. Nothing was wasted. Yeah, you guys, that's what I'm saying. Why don't fucking stop selling and stop forcing it and do it when you get a house. But literally now, every single loss, I'm just harvesting it for my gains. So you may not like looking at it and you're like, dead money, but we're thinking about moving it to a house. And then if we have big gains, it's all taxes. So those are just all prepaid taxes. You think, yeah, who cares? I don't have to buy it again. Or we could sell covered calls, but at the end of the day, there is a purpose. And like a lot of people don't know this, yeah. But like I'm showing you, look, we're going to do that on a bigger scale and then into a property. So if I bought that other house, I would have needed like $150,000. So I would have to sell and get back $150K of equity, and then we would sell winners and losers to make sure we don't have taxes. And then that's it. So now all of this still tax-free. But just by playing the game how you should. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just doing math and how it works with gains and losses. So yeah, ta-da. So just like we hold for a long time, those losses there, though, there's a purpose. So that's what I'm saying. It's not, imagine all the people selling. Remember I told you guys to what? Sell strategically, you remember? You only sell when you're moving to the next asset, so you could do this. Otherwise, it doesn't make, imagine the people selling, booking taxable losses for no reason. And then you're wasting the opportunity for if you made a bunch of money. Like, look at, if we hit a giant bag, I could sell all of the dog shit and cut our taxable gain in half for all of it just by holding the dog shit that will never add. Isn't that crazy? So yeah, that's what I mean though. Sell strategically. Don't do it in a sense where you're just selling because you're sad or you're like, oh, I need this. Oh, I want to move it to here. Like these people, that's what I'm telling you. Anybody who's telling you rotate, they don't like you. They don't love you. They hate you. And they're not thinking because they don't have this long-term plan. You get what I'm saying? Like our plan is thinking about a house. So I'm telling you, when that house comes, you're going to be able to sell your winners and those losers are going to pay for your taxes. If you do it the right way. But imagine all the people that sell early and they sell, take the tax hit, or they don't get the benefit, and then down the line they sell and now they're getting taxed on everything. So yeah, if you just have a strategy, you'll be good. So that's the whole idea. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. You only sell when you want a house, and if you have a long term, you could balance it out very, very nice. So, and that's why I always said start with your losers. You're going to start by selling the plays you would never buy again, take the loss, and then you sell. If you had Meta make you a lot of money, you're going to pay taxes on that. But now you had all those losses, that's going to cover it. So even though the gains is new money, that old money loss, you could book it, and now it doesn't hurt the same because you lost money, but that just paid for your taxes you would have paid. Ta-da! That's it. You didn't really lose. Now, instead of losing money and paying taxes, the money you lost a couple years ago on these shitty plays, that's just paying your taxes on the gains if you do it at the same time. And now, if you held and kept it, you'll be able to. Ta-da! Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all decade, God willing. So, yeah. But that's why. Once I find a property and I actually end up doing this, you guys will watch me do it, like, accurately. So, and that's what's the fascinating part. Because, again, we have more gains than losses. But most of my taxes on this, I could sell a lot and we could zero it out. I'm going to have zero taxes, and then I'll be able to turn it into a house. Isn't that cool? So we could take all the Meta money or whatever we choose to sell or hold. But my thing, I need to know how much money I need. So like I said, I did the calculation. I could sell like 50 to 80 and get like equity, 50 to 80,000 back, and then have losses. And that could buy a small house. Or if I wanted that other house, it would have 15% down. I was going to do that example because 15% down, I could get anybody a house at 15% down, even if you have no income. So that's like the whole idea. But if I did 15% down on the million, I would need about 150,000. So in that case, I would have to sell my losers and we'd have to trim a couple of winners. But thankfully, all the losers would pay for I would have a taxable gain if not. So it works out. And then remember, there's still equity in them, so you get that money back. How much for closing? I don't know. That deal isn't going through yet. So God willing, we'll see. But if not, if it's a different deal, I'll have a whole different set of numbers. But what I just showed you guys with taxes applies all the way around. And that's why. That's all I'm saying, though, is like, I don't think people get it. And I've had a lot of people genuinely ask me why I do what I do. And I think that just I'm thinking about real estate in the future, and it goes well beyond just the market. That's why I'm saying all those little losses, it wasn't a waste. And this whole hold for 10 years, there's a reason why. And hopefully you give yourself this opportunity rather than trying to, mimic Wall Street in a way somebody told you. I would just save, hold long term, think about a house, and always upgrade, and you only make these moves when you're ready to do that. Bank of England, Dingra, my vote for 50 was partly on the statement of direction of economy. I'll do a series once I actually do it. I'm going to actually turn it to a house. That was my plan, and everybody kept asking me this, and then you guys, that's it. That's why I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm doing it. Because everyone kept asking me, and then every time I'd answer it, I don't know if people do this on purpose. I swear they're like bots trying to confuse you. They just ask the wrong questions, and then they start confusing it and then muddying the waters, and then that's why I always told you, start with the losers first, and then they'll muddy the waters and make it confusing. So I'm like, you know what? I keep telling y'all too, every time my account hits all-time highs, I'm thinking about buying a property, So I think it's time, and I think you guys need to see an example, and I think a lot of you are scared to start over, so I'll kill it, turn it to a house, and start it over. Would a Roth IRA change how I maneuver? Yes, because you'd have different tax incentives, and then I would just put more dividends in a Roth because you could benefit off of it more. You feel? Yeah, well, that's what's going to happen. So I wanted to keep this account, and I told you that I would, but everyone keeps asking, and I've learned, I think something, I just got to do it myself and show you. Because I try to answer it and help it, but again, you just every day I see people taking the rules, going 90% right, and then fucking up the last 10%, and then it confuses everyone, or they're just putting themselves in a bad scenario. So I'll give you an example, and it's a fuck ton of money. But that's why, listen, if I get that one and turn it to a cult compound, it's funny because I wouldn't even feel it. That's it. Besides having to pay the mortgage, it's crazy that if I turn this to a house, this is money, bro, that I've just set aside. I've set aside for YouTube. This has been our savings, and now it's kind of ridiculous because it's a fat amount of money now. So, yeah, we'll see. It makes a lot of sense. Well, that's why I'm saying just there's levels to this shit. And next time you see motherfuckers questioning the long term, they might not get it, or they probably never have bought a house and they're not thinking like this. So, yeah, there's a reason why we're doing what we're doing. And long term. On that note, any other off topics? I do need to go pee real quick. So you better have your best off topics, and then it's power hour. So give me a second. I will be all bizzle. Be all bizzle. Bradley and the Frizzle. Fed Bostic live on Bloomberg.
You'll have to talk to the Raiders about sort of
this
how
guy's
they
such
interpret
a
these things. What I would say is this: so much of our economy is based on faith that we will deliver on the things that we say that we've promised for the future. When you start to see the markets waver a little bit, I think people are asking the question: do we still have that same level of faith? I think the sign that rates have started to come back down and the markets are sort of returning back to a normal stasis suggests that they think there is that likelihood moving forward, and we'll just have to see where it goes. I mean, I always want to make sure I understand what the price of credit and debt is, but you know, the markets will make a determination of that on their own.
Well, if they are higher and stay higher as they are right now, does that affect your calculation of what you have to do?
Well, it depends. You know, one of the things that will be interesting to see is how businesses and consumers respond to the environment. What I'll say is, because of the word that you said at the very beginning, uncertainty, we know that many businesses and many families are really holding tight to see sort of how this all sorts out. And we'll just have to see how the changes in pricing in bond markets and other markets translates into different strategies moving forward. I do think the stasis that we have right now is one reason why I think it's appropriate for us to be waiting on our policy as well. And we'll just have to see how this all plays out. I'm hopeful that as we get through the summer, we start to get more clarity on exactly where things are going to settle out in trade policy and other factors.
Well, I know you've got your people working on this, but is it going to be hard, do you think? Do they tell you to separate out tariff effects from just secular movements in both sides of your mandate?
Well, I'm not sure that you can really do it so cleanly. What I would say is, when we talk to businesses, what they tell us is they've got a plan based on a projection of where things would be. Tariffs have evolved over time, and it looks like some of those levels are going to be higher, and we have to just see what they decide needs to change in those plans. Today, they're telling us that if tariffs don't get too high, that they can sustain with the level of employment that they have, and they don't necessarily will have to turn to laying people off. But they say, you know, we don't know, and so we're going to wait and we're just going to watch. And on the inflationary side as well, all the models say that the level of inflation that we have is going to be put upward pressure on prices. So we're just going to have to see what the negotiations turn out to be, and then at that point we'll have a better sense of how much we're going to have to do on our side to keep both the employment mandate and the stable prices mandate close to our targets.
Well, you said this morning you thought it would be 3 to 6 months before you get clarity. Does that mean that any kind of Fed action is going to be off the table until at least September?
Well, okay, there's a if and then a then. I would say, look, if it takes negotiations a longer time to settle things out, we have another 90 days on China, for example, that starts to push much further into the summer, in which case we won't actually know what the true effects are going to be for several months after that. If that's how it plays out, then sure, I think, and right now I would say in my SEP I have one cut only for this year because I think this is going to take longer to resolve than it might have otherwise. But things could go faster. It could be the case that these negotiations bear a lot of fruit. We know what the numbers are, and they perhaps come in lower than people are expecting. In that case, we may be able to pull forward some of our actions because there may not be as much that we need to do in terms of managing the price level.
Well, I know it's a surprise that the president keeps changing his mind about tariffs. So what does clarity look like to you?
So for me, I would say where clarity is where businesses feel like they know what the lay of the land is, what the rules of the road are likely to be, and are making plans and moving forward based on that. You know, when I talk to a lot of folks, when I go talk to chambers of commerce and the like, I always ask the question, how many people here think that the rules we have today are the rules we're going to have a month
Why do
from
you
now?
care about
And
rules,
no hands go
Bostic?
up.
How many
That,
times
to
you
me,
get
says
caught?
We don't have clarity.
You don't give a fuck about
I would
rules,
look for is at
Bossy.
some point, all the hands to go up, and then I know and I'll have some confidence that when they tell me what they're going to do with their workforce, when they tell me what they're going to do with their pricing, that's actually what will turn out. And at that point, then I'll have a much better sense. I can come back with my team. We can figure out exactly what we think an appropriate path to policy would be, and then we'll move forward with that.
Well, given that no hands are going up at this point, when we get an SEP from the Fed or a dot plot or your argument for one cut.
Here, I'll show you guys this, though. So look, here's a clip from the weekend from the shit I was looking at. This is one of the ones I went to over the weekend. This is the roads I was driving on, dog. Non-stop, bro. Right when I think it's going to end. Bro, it's terrible. But yeah, that's why I was like, you know, this property, it didn't have roads. It should have had a road like this, but it didn't. But yeah, these little pieces of shit, bro. But yeah, I don't know if I'll ever edit that video, though. So that counts as your vlog. Thank you. Thank you. No, I don't know. These are like glitches. We saw this all day. Can't really explain why, but we've seen, or like I can't really assume what it leads to, but yeah, it's pretty nuts. The dollar amount of my first property, I think 250,000, 300. It was a flip. But yeah, it's cheap. Cheap. Everything cheap. I didn't start getting into bigger properties till later, but I still like cheap properties. I still prefer cheap properties. My mic, which one? I got the K2 by Shure. It's like a K2 or K7 or something. It's a tubular mic. Tube. Your mom gave you money to pay off the debt? You're awestruck? How do you show appreciation? Oh, I don't. I'd say give her money, but she gave you money. But I don't know. Maybe write her a poem or a card, or go see her if you can. Tubular. Spy flagging. Took your Cybertruck off-road. They have an off-road map. I didn't know that. I kind of want to drive the Cybertruck for like a month. It sucks because it's just wrapped in our logo, so everybody could spot me, but I miss driving. I haven't driven that thing since we first got it. I haven't, and then I don't have time for the electrics. All right, what else we got? Do we have the K2 doesn't need dude, it has its own separate power box. It came with a gigantic little preamp. So I plug in this power box, and then you plug in wire from the Scarlett to that. It's crazy. Fairlife? I know, Fairlife's amazing. Isn't it owned by Pepsi? The SoundCloud song, there was a couple. There was Pop Out remix, and then I forgot the other one. Market's waiting. I think we're just digesting, and I think market's waiting for momentum. That's it. It's just equal and opposite reactions. I think the Moody's killed the insane momentum. That's it. The momentum for the last couple weeks was insanity. You were just going straight up day after day. You were back again, and we're even at 5950 right now. Like, you're right below 6,000, and I think all it did was just calm everybody down. You bought your first single share. Well, that's good, but no more long-term plays either. So I'll let that one slide, but yeah, unfortunately, the pumpers found a way to try to use that against you. So just get a long-term, but you don't need to tell everyone. Pete ticks again, and then SMR. But yeah, I think Moody's just kind of reset the momentum. That's it. I think because it's not leaving a scar. Even the bonds are only down by 0.5, but I think they just killed the mood. Moody's killed the mood, yeah. And then now it's chilling. So we'll see, though. I think by the end of this week, nothing is for certain, as we've talked about. So then we'll see where it leads us. Oh, you got the Ninja Creamy. I've heard people making crazy protein ice creams on it. I kind of want to try it. Coke owns Fairlife? Oh, yeah. Coke or Pepsi was one of them. But yeah, Fairlife, good. All right. Wow, 1 more minute till power hour? Chad. Time has gone by. That's it. The day's almost over, Brand. And I can't believe it. The SPY's about to go green. We might close green. Everyone's like, are we closing at 6,000? Are we close at 6,000 today, Joshua? I don't know. Core Wave is still up. That was fun. This move shows. Well, yeah, they killed, because think about it. If you didn't have the downgrade, bonds might have done better, but it would have changed the whole dynamic. So, but like I was, everybody is under position. So I think, honestly, the bond, my tinfoil, I put it in a text message. I'll just tell you guys. I sent this to LT because I had to explain it to him. Who is it? Yeah. Yeah, Gunlock, Gates, Fink, Chanos, and the LinkedIn guy. That's it. Those 5 people. That's the list. Those are the bond vigilantes. And my tinfoil, they paid, I think they used their pull to get Moody's. But other than that, besides the bond vigilantes, everybody on Wall Street was underpositioned. 80%. Retail was overpositioned. So that's why most of these little things, it gets retail and other people to sell out, but everybody was underpositioned. So I think it slowed things down, but the general attitude of why we're rallying so much is that everybody is trying to buy this hand over fist now after this little pause. So we'll see, but I do think it kind of just slowed us down, kind of reset everything, but it might not even kill this streak, as crazy as that sounds. Powell speaking again Friday. I didn't see him on Friday. There's a lot of Fed speakers, though, this week. Hmm. Moran, Trump is aware the deficit is a problem and has a plan to reduce it. Nvidia has good earnings where they jump 8 to 10, 200. I mean, maybe anything is possible, just like you remember in the beginning with Nvidia. Don't try to, put a price on that thing. So it could go as high as it wants, even though people are like, but valuation, I know. So other than that, though, I would I would know what you're looking for. You need just to blow out earnings. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like, oh yeah, can you get 200? Yeah, you could go to 300 on Nvidia, but you need to get back to what got us here. You need earnings and guidance that is growing at 50% and that everyone is just getting hyped on. Remember, that's what would cause those moves. That's why it would go from 30 to 60 to 90, and then it would go, and everyone's like, no, it has to stop. But then, boom, the earnings wouldn't stop. So ever since, 3 quarters ago, we kind of, topped out on the earnings, So that's what we need. You just really need earnings to be in line and guidance and growth to, get people hyped again. Good. Gladstone. There's a lot of fake candles today, but then again, some of them have materialized, so just be careful. I see that volume thing, but I don't see a crazy price move. And then even SPY right now, you're getting comments from Moran on lowering the deficit. That would be good, but yeah, it just needs to happen. All right, any final off-topic questions, you guys? We are going to free them. I think it's time to free them. Do you guys feel good? Hello? SPY volume, yes, and movement. INSG. Pizza. I wonder if this is going to drop like all the other X dividends. But yeah, pizza's looking good too. Where's NVO? I'm glad we made those free, but it's the same price, but lower. So stock's back to I made it free here. Same price. The contracts will move. Do I like good RX? No. Is that Mark Cuban? I hate Mark Cuban. As far as not being a hater, I don't really hate anyone, but Mark Cuban, he's just weird. So yeah, I wouldn't. No. And then I don't like pharma. I like investing in it though. Sadly. Rentals and trust LLC or both. Consult with your tax professional, but usually some sort of corporation to limit liability. Schumer to offer bill blocking Qatar plane gift to Trump. Can you say why you don't pay collections? Well, yeah, because once it hits collections, there's nothing they could do about it, especially if you don't acknowledge it. But it's already hit your credit. So even if you pay collections, it does nothing to affect your credit rating or borrowing because it already hit. So it already hit your credit. Even if you pay it off, you already have the damage done of having an account defaulting and then having the attempts at recovery fail. So that's why. Google, no man, I'm banning you now. You asked the UNH one. You need to get off Twitter. That's it. Google and UNH is just Twitter stocks. But this too, maybe let me open up the community for everybody because I need to explain it, and I think some of you will realize the difference. So let's open it back up. And then TEM coming back up after being down. Bitcoin can. It was just dropping. And it's running up. Well, welcome back. Nothing really happened. What other stuff was it? We just heard from trade advisor Moran saying something about the deficit and Trump being aware and wants to lower it. And then Schumer's offering a bill blocking the Qatar plane gift to Trump. And then, yeah, now we're there. And now we're back, but nothing really moved, man. It's kind of crazy. Dow is green. NASDAQ and SPY all want to go green. Bonds barely down. And now in the last, 14 years, this is the smallest day after reaction to a credit downgrading on the United States credit. Ta-da! So, yeah, welcome back. We got about 42 minutes remaining, or 52. And, yeah, we went over some stuff, some property, a lot of real estate questions still here. And then this is what I was going to explain, because I think this is the best way to sum it up, you guys. A lot of the changes here, because I just had to ban somebody. Obviously, I ban people. You know that. But, going over the same set of topics and questions. But here it is, you guys. Are you ready? This community. This is not a speak first community. It is a cult. Okay? I am a cult leader. So I'm a friendly cult leader at that. I really think I'm friendly. But it is a listen first community. So if you are like, oh, I'm scared of talking, and you should be. Listen first. That's what it is. Like, for real. And you're like, I don't want to buy a membership and then get banned. I don't want to do that either. So I would listen and give it a couple of days and listen to all the questions and take it in and then listen first and then follow it up, and then you'll be good. And that is the best way I could describe it, because, again, there's a lot of people who are disingenuous, trolling, and all of that. So I don't know who's who, right? So that's why I'm like, just try to listen. But most of the things, it's like if we just talk about it and we do cover it in depth and you, like, bring it up, I'm like, wait a minute, So, yeah, simple as that. Just put the membership in the bag. Okay, I feel you. Bagged up. Go buy another one. Thank you. So again, I'm being serious. So you guys should be serious, because that just made me $5 if you're going to come back. If not, that sucks. But like I said, listen first and you'll be better off. You won't get banned. And if you listen, you'll know I don't like jokes when I'm being serious. I'm trying to help y'all. Trying to make things run smoothly. So yeah. How about judgments you have to pay? Judgments, the court forces you. It was a judgment. So they usually forcefully take it. But if it's in collections, once it's already hit your credit, they can't do anything. And then there's no point of paying it. The Wix, it kind of looks like the White House pattern. That was the last time we saw it, and then eventually we did end up coming down, which I thought was fascinating. These are crazy, Habibi. Sell off to VWAP. Might be. I'd start thinking about tomorrow and then whether, I don't even know what's going to drive us. I still think EU deal is on the table. More updates from Japan. Really not much data, earnings. There's a bunch of Fed speakers, but none of them matter except for Powell. And then, yeah, that's it. Well, then we're just chilling. So I don't even know. I think tomorrow you position, but we got to slow down. I think today was one of those days where you ain't got nothing. But then again, if we could get a rotation, staples, all of that stuff is pretty attractive. 5% pop on the market? That would be huge. We're almost, I think 5% takes us to all-time highs, no? Give or take. But yeah, I can't even believe it. Even after all of this, we're still knocking at the door of 6,000. Google tomorrow if you're into that. Yeah. Yeah, there's Japan. We're going to hear some. Even this morning they were saying Japan might not make one. Trump is expected to attend the House Republican conference meeting tomorrow morning in the Capitol. The volume tool, it's pretty accurate. I mean, let's see. It said, who was it? It said NVO is going to be 9 million. So it's already at 9 million. So I think it undershot. Let me double check. I think it said 9.4. No, it said 8.9. See now, but yeah, it changes intraday. It's just like any other indicator. It's pretty accurate, but then if it changes, it just adjusts like any other technical. But yeah, now NVO volume is already above, but now it's just predicting an extra 1 million. But most of the other ones were in line. Let me check. Like the core weave. Yeah, core weave, that one played out perfectly. 34 expected, that was around there. And then same logic. Yeah, NVO, it undershot. Oh shit, I didn't know I had this. Oh fuck. See, like I might be able to turn this to a high-low ticker. Oh yeah, I have a. Oh my gosh, I didn't know this. All right, well we should do this in the morning then. Yeah, dude, I haven't had time, you guys. I literally got this brand new tool and I haven't even had time to use it. But kind of, I have one, I could do like a new high-low ticker, but I got to play with it. But this, I think, is going to help you a lot. So right now, these are your biggest trades on the market from every index by size. So somebody bought, 12 million shares of one order of NVIDIA just by pure quantity. So these are your top trades today on an individual asset. And then, yeah, but like I have volume leaders. I could do gainers and losers. Then I could do volume leaders in general. No, this is not unusual whales. This shit costs about like, I think $2 to $3 grand a month. I just don't know how to use it. So yeah. Then there's another one. Yeah, these are all up to date. Oh, it's actually, no, yeah, 12.15. But yeah, here's the other ones. So it's updating now, but these are the ones just volume leaders by everyone. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Oh. Yeah, I need to play with this during market hours. So then I just need to shut up and click around for a little bit. Yeah, that's why all I'm saying is that I got something good. It's not any of these services you're saying, and this is not an invitation to advertise stuff. Because like I'm telling you guys, the shit on Wall Street that really works, it's not marketed and sold to consumers like that. And then if I tell you guys what it is, like 10 of the chads are just going to copy it and then put it out everywhere, and then we'll get in trouble. And then it won't be able to use, and then they'll use it for their own personal benefit. So, but like I'm saying, just like algo leasing and all of that, if you got the money and the access, you could get it, but it's not like all these that's why I tell you guys to stay away from that shit, because you guys are just getting chilled shit that is just a fraction of the real power. But the real shit, it usually has a high budget and you have to specialize and really want to use it for that purpose. So yeah, but like I'm saying, it's just not, it's expensive shit. It gets you a lot of stuff, and it does have the volume stuff, but it's just at a much deeper level. It's not normal shit that really is accessible. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, we can upgrade the tubes in the mic. Yeah, see, I need to play with this. But who is this? Yeah. Well, what we could do, because I don't know how to get it to, like, it's very powerful, but essentially, we should do this in the mornings. If you guys give me, like, a couple of the plays, that's what we'll do. We'll take a look at the top plays you guys post, and then I could put up like volume and certain trackers like right as it goes in. So, and then again, like I'm saying, you could track it on a deeper level that I have not seen available on retail. That's why I've looked for this. But yeah. So, but I can't pull it up by like, it could give me the leaders based on like broadly, but if we want to like track other stuff, then we got to go company by company. Yeah, and then bonds up. I see all of these data wicks. They haven't gone away. Yeah, Merck is still going up from that first little pop. Interesting. So yeah, we'll do this though. I'll give you guys a little segment. So yeah, I've been looking at it when the market's closed, but it looks completely different when it's not in real time. But like this one, we could do this. So like I'm gonna just use Core Weave because this helped with Core Weave. That's why when I was telling you guys just the other day, like I noticed in real time, it was just they traded all of the Core Weave volume on Friday in the first 10 minutes. So this tells you shares a second, a minute, an hour, total volume, how many trades, how many of them were block trades, and then the average one. So this was on Friday. This is the 2-day average, the 6-day, the 30-day, and then all of that. But it just gives you a summary on it. Trump signing the bill live. NetEase, again, China. You have Baidu and a couple other earnings this week. Yeah, he is live. All right, we got 40 minutes.
Well, I want to thank everybody. We just spent 2.5 hours talking to Vladimir Putin.
Vladimir Putin.
Progress has been made. It's a terrible situation going on over there. 5,000 young people every single week are being killed. So hopefully we did something. We also spoke to the heads of most of the European nations, and we're trying to get that whole thing wrapped up. What a shame that it ever started in the first place. So, but I want to thank Melania and for your leadership in this very important issue.
I just got to put in the S&P 100.
Blessed to have such a dedicated and compassionate First Lady. I would tell you she is very dedicated. In fact, if you look at just what I heard, Putin just said they respect your wife a lot. I said, what about me?
All right, I'm figuring it out.
They like Melania better.
So yeah, I could pull this up on the morning. I could get you guys this scanner.
I'm okay with it.
But it just dude, like, bro, UNH is at like 300% of its 30-day volume.
Fiscal year 2026. budget.
But yeah, most
to
of these
provide
names
housing
are all
supports
related to the news. That's crazy.
out of the foster care, and I can say that she loves children, and you really worked very hard on this, and you had a lot of help from some friends of mine right here, and a lot of the senators are here and congressmen, and I appreciate you all being here. We're also grateful to be joined by people that are just in love with what we're doing. It's such an important situation, and commissioners of the Federal Trade Commission and the CEO of X, Linda Yaccarino.
No,
Where are
there's.
you, Linda?
Oh wow,
Where are
she
you?
bring up the Twitter lady.
Thank you, Linda. Stand up.
Yeah, I just haven't played with it
Great
during
job.
market hours,
You're doing a great job.
but we're learning.
Big deal, right? That's great. Today, it's my honor to officially sign the Take It Down Act into law. It's a big thing, very important, so horrible what takes place. This will be the first ever federal law to combat the distribution of explicit, imaginary, posted without subjects' consent. They take horrible pictures, and I guess sometimes even make up the pictures, and they post it without consent or anything else. And very importantly, this includes for forgeries generated by artificial intelligence known as deepfakes. We've all heard about deepfakes. I have them all the time, but nobody does anything. I asked Pam, can you help me, Pam? She says, no, I'm too busy. Too busy doing other things. Don't worry, you'll survive. But a lot of people don't survive. That's true, and so horrible. With the rise of AI image generation, countless women have been harassed with deepfakes and other explicit images distributed against their will. This is the wrong, and it's just so horribly wrong. And it's a very abusive situation, like in some cases people have never seen before. And today we're making it totally illegal.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you. Upon hearing the stories of so many women affected, our First Lady made stopping these abuses a top priority, and she was given tremendous support because she'd go up to people and talk about it. They say, yeah, we know about it. We have the problem. Can we do something? And she did something about it with the help of a lot of the people, especially the political people sitting here today. Among Melania's guests in the gallery during my address to the joint session of Congress was a 15-year-old young person, Elliston Berry, whose image was turned into an illicit deepfake by a peer. Elliston, where are you? Are you around? Stand up, darling. That's fine. Beautiful. It's great. Thank you. You look fantastic. Elliston quickly became a powerful advocate committed to preventing other girls from suffering the same abuse. Elliston, we salute you and we thank you very much, and it's an honor to have you with us today. Great job you've done.
Pizza, pizza.
Also with us are several other brave Americans whose lives were rocked by online harassment, including Francesca Manny, as well as a South Carolina State Representative, Brandon Guffey, and his family, who've lost their son to suicide after he was targeted in an internet extortion scam, of which you have a lot of them. A lot.
Pizza,
I want to
pizza.
thank you both for your incredible work and to reach this important day. Could you stand up, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Great job. I've read about it. Thank you very much. It's a real honor to have you here, because there's no place like the White House, I found out. You know, you have a lot of places, and I just left some of the richest places, and we loved them, and they gave us a nice contribution of about $5 trillion, but this is a special place. Even they talk about it, so it's great to have everybody here. Under the law, I will sign in just a moment. Anyone who intentionally distributes explicit images without the subject's consent will face up to 3 years in prison. In addition, this law establishes new civil liabilities for online platforms that refuse to take these images down promptly upon request. We will not tolerate online sexual exploitation, and especially it's gone on at levels that nobody's ever seen before. It's getting worse and worse, and I think this is going to hopefully stop it. And not easy to do. People talked about all sorts of First Amendment, Second Amendment. They talked about any amendment they could make up, and we got it through because of some very brave.
Bro, why is there so many
some very brave
fucking penny
politicians
stocks?
in the audience.
That's why I gotta
I
clean
wanna
this up.
thank
It's all
you,
penny
Bill
stocks.
Hunter, Senator Ted
But who the
Cruz.
people
Ted, stand up,
actually
please.
buy this shit?
Great. Thank you, Ted. It's great. Very effective person. and Congresswoman Maria Salazar, friend of mine. Thank you, Maria. Thank you very much for their amazing work, and thanks also to the 99 senators and 408 members of Congress who voted in favor of the bill. Wow, I wish we could get that vote from other things. We have another bill coming up. Do you think we'll get that vote? Maybe not. We should, but we probably won't. But working with our First Lady, we've shown that bipartisanship is still possible. That's true. With 99
It's true.
senators, that's incredible. Senators, stand up. Look at that. John, you're here. Look at all of the senators. This is big stuff. I'm in trouble because I don't have your names. They didn't give me these names. We have so many.
I have no idea who you are.
Now they're
That's
all gonna hate
crazy.
me because I can't introduce you. We don't have the time for that. I have to get back to Putin and people. But thank you very much for being here, all of you, and congressmen, a lot of them, and women. Working with our First Lady, though, we've shown that bipartisanship is possible. I mean, it's the first time I've seen such a level of bipartisanship, and it's a beautiful thing to do. I'm not even sure you realize, honey, you know, a lot of the Democrats and Republicans don't get along so well. You've made them get along, and she didn't even know about that. She didn't know we had a problem. She didn't know we had a problem. She got a. But I want to thank you, honey. You've done amazing. That this was done when you started, and I said, I don't know, it sounds like a tough one, and yet a very important one, and you got it done. So I congratulate you, and I congratulate Ted, Maria, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you, and we'll sign the bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Huh?
That's beautiful. Come on around. Hey, look at that. I told you we'd get the bill. You did it. Got it.
We did it, Joe. I hear Ned Flanders in the background. Sorry, I'm making a play.
That's fantastic. Okay, you ready? Okay, honey, you signing something? You want to sign it anyway? Come on, sign it anyway. She deserves to sign it. Okay, there we have it. There we are. That's a big one. Thank you very much, everyone. And you have some pens here. You most importantly, right? Grab one of them. Oh, look at these white pens. I've never seen that before. I want one of them. I've never seen it. Here, Pamela, take that. Take that. Thank you very much, everybody. You just grab them. Okay? Thank you, everybody. You go ahead.
Mr. President, let me introduce you to Brandon, who lost his son, Gavin.
Let me get up.
State legislator in South Carolina, has been incredibly brave, and his whole family. Thank you so much.
Or is that it? All right. No, wait, he's still there. They just cut out the audio? Yeah. And then I don't think we're going to hear more from him till later. And then do any of you guys know about any sketchy Bitcoin stocks? Or any sketchy small caps that talked about Bitcoin today? Because I see one, and it triggered one of the volume things, but yeah, I want to see if people heard about it. Not MSTR. But yeah, there's some small cap. That's what I see on this little scanner thing. I saw another one. I took a different play, but it's a slow mover one with little volume. Semaphore reports on X, Senate is probably not going to finish crypto bill on stablecoin this week. People will make amendments. Some Democrats may try to stall it. How come? Yeah, no, none of you have said it yet. That's so weird. So there's literally a play No, there's literally like a small cap penny stock that announced some Bitcoin shit. And it's triggered all of the volume things, but none of you have said it yet, which is weird. No, it's none of those. Not Wolf, not Quantum. Pizza. All right. Oh, somebody said it. Wow. All right, I finally someone said it. It took all of those messages for someone to say it. Yeah. All right. So that was interesting. Because I'm like, why is, I guess not all of this is, it's interesting that it has volume. So I'll tell it to you. Don't trade this. I don't have a play on it. I saw this on the volume thing. FAAS. Digi Asia. So they announced they're up 70%, but they said that they're going to try to do a Bitcoin reserve. So it sounds like another one of the scams, but yeah, it popped up. That one kept showing up as one of the top leaders. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And there's a lot of penny stocks on that list. So, but yeah. And then I looked it up and it said Bitcoin news. Sounds really sketch. I don't have any of it, but like I'm saying, it's technically there's money, but then here's the funny part. I could route the trades and like I could see where it's getting routed to, but it doesn't. Oh, where'd that go? But it wasn't actually like showing the. Yeah, it says not available like on one of the other charts to look at every like Arca, Bats, Edge, all of that. It says nothing. So technically, I think all of the trades are occurring somewhere else, or just I don't know how to read this thing yet. But that's the only stock that it doesn't show it. So just showing me trades on it, but it's not saying they're coming from what's it called? From where it's getting routed. It just says NASDAQ or NYSE. Ah. 2 employees, yeah. There's another one too, but it was a little bit more legit. I took that one, but yeah, we'll see these in the morning, and then tomorrow we could go over these in the morning. I'll give you some reports. UBS is set to lose the first round in its fight versus Swiss capital hike. Do you get good off markets for a couple, or is it normally always an individual? What the fuck are you asking me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's weird. There's a lot on there. It's a lot of shitty penny stocks. That's why I like the non ones. But in the morning, pretty much, if you notice any of these so far the last couple of days, any of these names that have traded like 50% of their volume in the morning, those have all ran. So we'll see. Like more than one people selling the house. yeah, I mean, sometimes like probate and families, but that's about it. Yeah, I was good. Interesting question. But yeah, probate, you'll get families and other shit like that. But that's it. Very interesting. All right, guys. There's only 23 minutes remaining. I'm excited. Monday's already out the way. And it flew by. And the market's still up. And the long term. It's beautiful. But yeah, I think in the morning, though, we would have done better if we avoided a couple. But another day of core weave hits. That keeps going. And everything else is amazing. Money, they probably should list. I mean, you should find an agent and ask them to list it for a lower price, but it's probably not going to sell without an agent, even in this market, even though they made those changes. But yeah, so I would just find like a set price to list at with an agent and get it on the MLS and make life easy. Off-market mobile homes, if it comes with the land, then yeah. All right. Manufacturing PMI. I don't think any of the data matters. U.S. Treasury is not particularly concerned about downgrade of credit. Rating agencies are lagging. Source briefed on U.S. and G7. Oh, I forgot about that. They downgraded U.S. credit right ahead of the G7 finance meeting. Yeah, that is this week in Canada. But yeah. All right, I'm going to go pee. Biogen. Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. If you haven't made up your mind already for this week, then I don't know what to tell you. Long term. We need this small long term up here. All right, I got to go. BRB. We don't have much time. I just had too much pro.
After this short break.
We'll be back in a moment.
Why are they all leaving? I want to go back in a moment. Damn it. Okay, please hold. Bump. It's giving me anxiety.
What does it mean to be rich?
It means you have a long term. It's a long term. And your soul, actually beyond that. On housing correction, I think once jobs, we've been talking about this for a while, but I think once the jobs numbers come down, then we can, see where things go from there. But till then, I think it's just going to be a game of back and forth. It's up, it's down. It's really by geographical locations right now in the U.S. That's what's kind of been affecting prices the most. But if you want something broader, I think once, jobs start to job losses increase, then it'll create that. Oh, well, look who it is. Oh, J&J. Oh, and the Staples. Wow. Materials. Check MDT and MRK. But Staples are getting a good bid. I think that's going to be one to watch. I mean, I was wrong on it. I was like right but wrong. I mean, good idea. They went up, but not fast enough to justify an option. So I'd still watch that coming into the next few days. Market's doing generally good. It might be a red though, but then again, Friday was green. It closed green. Wasn't until after the bell we went down. In case you missed it. I need to go pee, Bloomberg. Okay. UNH is one of those on the list in volume. So again, I put out one of the stream alerts like right here. If you hit that, that was money. Sellers are. It just all depends where. But I think jobs, because even the real estate market is held surprisingly well with where rates are. I don't know if you guys remember a couple years ago. They're like, it's going to crash right when the rates go up. It's like, nah, it held up pretty good. So I think once jobs in the economy and the consumer really change, then we'll have this conversation. Till then, it's really, regional. All right, come on. Big money, big money. All right, I guess we're chilling. You think we're coming out of a recession? I think we are the same as like August of last year. Even a little bit before that. It's actually mind-blowing how little things have changed. That's why I'm just, I am diversified. That is a little bit of everything at this point is what I've learned and what I'm staying with. X is going up. Again, a lot of the Nippon Steel headlines today. I know that's the weird dynamic. New builds are very cheap right now with rates, but then they won't lower the price. It's the weirdest thing. So they'll offer you a low rate, but then a way overpriced home, and then vice versa. If you want it cheaper, you're paying a lot more in interest. But yeah, that dynamic has been going on a lot. But I will be right back. Follow me on Instagram at The Trading Fraternity. Real Code News on Twitter. Happy Monday.
Even heading into 2021, you had some really strong years. So bankers want to get back to that level. You are seeing a bit of a rebound. And with Trump's re-election and return to the White House, the expectation was, craziness aside, if craziness was kept at bay, there will be a floodgate opening event and deals would come bounding back. That has not happened, and that's what they want to change.
So what's going on with fees then?
Also, it'll be down. And JP Morgan already has said that in the second quarter.
Down by how much?
In the second quarter, they expect investment banking fees to be down by mid-teens. And remember, some of this is realized fees. When you talk about deal making, that's not even conversations you're having in the second quarter. These are conversations you've had earlier. And in the second quarter, if you go back to April 2, Liberation Day, which was squarely in the second quarter, that forced a lot of change at the corporate level. At least for a lot of April, deal-making conversations were never going to be easy because you have no idea what's going to happen to your business. Capital markets activity was perhaps chill, and also listing activity was chilled. Now you're seeing some of that come back as markets start to normalize. So in Q3 and Q4, some of that effect will play through because, again, all the conversation happening now will perhaps result in some realized fees in the next few months. So that impact and that effect will be felt through the rest of the year.
Talk a little bit more about some of the comments that we got out of Diamond. It seemed like, he was kind of singing from the same hymn book he's been at for a while, but he was very pointed here about some of the risk out there, particularly in certain pockets of the market.
You're right about the hymn book because he's gotten very good at it. And to be fair, he's constantly pointed out that while his business is doing well and they have done a good job of guarding their bank, it is a strong citadel. The problem is there are a lot of things in the world that if they go wrong could have a big impact on the global economy, and banks are at the forefront of benefiting from global growth. And if that were to take a hit, a bank like JP Morgan would be affected. Having said that, he's been talking about this and various risks for the last few years. They haven't panned out quite yet, but that doesn't mean delayed is denied.
Exactly. All right, Sri, thanks a lot. Really great stuff. Super appreciate it. Sri Natarajan, Chief Wall Street correspondent for Bloomberg News. All right, we're 15 minutes away from the closing bell on this Monday. We're going to take you to the bell with Tony DeSpirito, Global Chief Investment Officer of Fundamental Equities and lead portfolio manager of the BlackRock Large Cap Value Active ETF and Value Portfolios. Woo! This is Bloomberg.
Yeah, she tried to drop the woo. That's my thing, bro. What the hell? It's all love. We out here, baby. Happy Monday. I don't know what the Nippon Steel deal is. I don't think that's going to happen. Subaru to raise prices in response to current market conditions. Oh, no. Subarus are price raised. Oh, shit. There's about to be riots. There's going to be riots. I feel like you're more likely to riot if you have a Subaru. And now the prices just went up. Oh, no, Subaru. WRX, it doesn't apply to you. You're fine. You guys are safe, but everyone else. Subaru North America raising prices. It's a shame. It's a shame. I guess it might sell cars. You could still like hate Trump and then they make more money. And they're just like, yeah, buy a car, get back at him. What? Just do it now. You're scared, right? Buy a car. Buy a car. That's what you got to do. Now we're chilling, bro. Wrap it up. BMY. So BMY, dude, it's Bristol Myers Squibb. It's pharma. I always thought, I'm thinking of a different Bristol Myers. They spun off the consumer unit. So, because I looked into it, but I don't want it. If it had the consumer unit, I would take it. But it doesn't. So I'm not really too big of a fan. But I like J&J, PG. I mean, J&J is still like cheap, but they still have potential drama. I like Procter & Gamble if it could go lower, but any good consumer like toothpaste pay. Whoa, what the fuck is this? Bro, 10-minute rigged, but oh man, Google, GLD, Guild, a lot of things. Or it was Guild, not GLD. But yeah, a 10-minute rig bringing in a lot. All right, well, welcome. I can't believe it. SPY might go green. Even the NASDAQ. If this 10-minute rig puts you up, bro, oh, man. That's crazy. And then MDT, Watch Medtronic, and EW, and then even MRK. Those are going to be some bigger earnings, or one of them this week. Oklo's on the way up, but yeah, man, wrap it up. It's about to go green. SPY is in the green now. I believe equal weight might be there already. No, equal weight is still down, so this is now big tech leading, but on the scoreboard, it might go green. NASDAQ only 0.07 away, and you got 10 minutes. $3.1 billion to buy. Yeah, they're still FOMOing it. That's it. That market on close, that's all of the people that are under position. That's what happened on Friday. And they were, again, even Michael Wilson put out a note on the 4.1 billion, and they were talking about that, just kind of highlighting the FOMO. But yeah, if there's 3.1 billion buy side on close, that's insane, you guys. That's not a normal it's been a while since you saw those big amounts there just buy. So I don't think people are scared. And even though you had a dramatic event which should have scared them, yeah, that's it. NVO, bro, they hold us on the options. You know, the options are around the same. They're actually cheaper than where I sold them, but good for the long term. Options aren't moving as much, but I still have those. That could be exciting. IBB, biotech's moving up. But yeah, wrap it up, you guys. You only have 8 minutes left. You're going up, and this might be your first day in history that you closed green after a downgrade. Let's go, Donald Trump. Set another record. Let's see how they feel. I say if NASDAQ glows green, I don't think Russell will do it, but NASDAQ might do it. So we will say Austin Tesla. Oh, whoa. Oust. Yeah, whatever that is. What's going on with them? I don't get it. What is going on? That's a big pop. Yo, Oust? Tesla with Ouster LiDAR spotted? I'm not following what that means, but Oust, O-U-S-T, in Tesla, and there's only 8 minutes left. Oust with the... Is it from Electric? Those are the ones who usually drop those types of headlines. So see, options aren't really moving on that, but stock popped up 20 or 10 cents and then wrap up everything else. Oh yeah, we don't even use LiDAR. My name's Elon Musk, Dodge Savings, and what do you mean LiDAR? What do you mean? We use it's like AI. It's a copying AI? No, what do you mean Waymo? We don't use LiDAR. My name Elon Musk, I don't use LiDAR. LiDAR not what we use here at elonmusk.com. What? No, Oust. Okay. All right, we'll wrap it up. 7 minutes. Yeah, my name is Oust. That's what we do. We oust it. So thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Well, those already popped. They went crazy. JJJs. How much is that? Oh, no. All right. Well, that was a good one. Good call on that, PNC. All right. Oust. That was a hitter if you got it. Again, I think coming into tomorrow, you might have a better time with that. But yeah, those plays already went crazy. 20 to $1 now. 50 on the bid. Oh, it's even higher. Holy shit. All right, we'll wrap up your other ones. Celsius, they were down earlier. This one will come into tomorrow. I think that's going to be the one for that, but it's already going nuts. Yeah, that was a great call out. I love it. BNC again. That you saw it in the chat. I hope you got one. You had UNH. You had Oust. Core weave. I'm the master of the weave, though. That's what I do. I weave. I bob and weave. We love to bob. We love to weave. That's what we do. That is what we do. I'm telling you. Oust. Holy crap. You had that early, man. You had it early. Look at that. Oh, did that fill? No. Okay, that's crazy. Go get your money. You better get some money out of that if you got it. That one's nice. Yeah, you made it free. It went up 500%. You could have made it free, then made it free again, and then again, and then again. You could have done all of that. And then you could have got your money back. Save money for the consumer. Either way, the day's about to wrap. Couple minutes. A couple minutes left. I know, PNC called it out. There's a great call out. You see that? Good luck. I think you beat everybody in the world. They don't know. They don't know about it. You know about it. Okay, MTN. All right, man, wrap it up. If you got it, it was good. Oh, what? Oh, that's why. All right. eBay. NVO, Bill, bro, is the NASDAQ about to go green? This is crazy, bro. So 3 minutes left. Wrap it up. Mute your speakers. I'm going to yell soon. My mic is already loud, though, as of lately, so you should be prepared for it. But other than that, Chad, I'd get ready. Wrap-a-rooney. Get ready for tomorrow. Dude, this is crazy, but I think the FOMO is still in play. I think today slowed us down. They raked in a couple of chips with a BS downgrade. Even though it was a pretty big historic event, this is about to be the first time in history you close green off of a downgrade, or at least in the last 15 years. So let's find out. But 0.02 in SPY, Dow, and NASDAQ. NASDAQ is the only one red with 2 minutes left, and you're down by 0.02. Oh, my goodness. It's crazy. Well, wrap it up, boys. Wrap it up. This is crazy. Because like I'm saying now, and even that buy on close 3.1 is not small. I think this is going to, I think it just highlights, man, people still want that money there. They want that equity. And I think a lot of people underpositioned, and even after yesterday and Friday and how dramatic it may have seemed, there's not one sign of that anywhere in the market. But don't make your mind up too soon yet. I still think anything could happen, but definitely not what was in everybody's cards. I think some people thought we would have ripped, but this is just now. You've made up all the loss by the morning. You went nowhere, and now you still might close red. So, Chad, get ready. You only have 1 minute. Go, 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 go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time to wrap it up. Be like this SPY or the NASDAQ. Make up your mind. Happy birthday, wide shits. And we're bringing it home to the close, baby. You're down by 0.01. NASDAQ's about to go green, and you might just set the record here for green after a downgrade. There it is. Less than 15 seconds remaining. Wrap it up and bring it home. Not much data, no more earnings, but the SPY continues to rally. That means Friday, today, the streak continues, boys. 3, 2, 1. Ding 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 ding. Horna, let's go. Catadonia. Oh, are you kidding me? Catadonia, we did it. We made it. 7 hours in the books. I'm shocked. Bro, you were green. Again, 2011, 2023, or 2024. You have not been green after a downgrade the day after. This is amazing. So it goes to show, I think a lot of people may have missed out, but they also may have made up their mind too soon. But Chad, you made it through the day. 7 hours. I don't care if you just got here or not. I need a good game, especially if you didn't get banned. You followed the rules. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Good game, baby. GG. It don't matter if you made money or lost money. You learned something. Everybody that contributed brought something to the table. Plays, news, vibes, personalities, info. Way to hold it down. Way to be a part of it. And way to not get FOMO because you got it long term. And then you made plays free. You know what I'm saying? Amen? Amen. That's it, baby. Good game. That's what I'm talking about. For real, though, I would have banned you so easily. So thank you for not getting banned. Thank you for listening. You know, for real. It means a lot. And I hope it pays you a dividend, baby. It should. Amen. Oh, I see you too, Twitch. Oh, what up, Malone? Just me and you, huh? We battling? GG battle? Come on. Good game, baby. What's up? That's what I'm talking about. Twitch, I see you, baby. Wait till I win. I won the GG battle. Yeah, there you go. Talking about, baby. Have a good one. Thank you. Good game. GG. I need me to rap. You won't see me a lot. Monday through Friday, you need me less talk. Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys are still on a delay. Shit. Huh? Good game, baby. Good game. Chattadonia, that's the day, man. I hope you enjoyed it. Chattadonia. I know, a delay. I forgot there was a delay. So I was like, wait a minute. And then I stopped, and then you went to war when I stopped. But Chad, that's the day, man. Thank you for being here, for real. And like I said, appreciate you guys listening. That is the day. It's only Monday, but you guys are, man. You got a long term. Again, you guys got place. They kind of watched us on those spy calls that we had. And then the put had money too, but it kind of just left you there. But either way, man, this is going to be a lot of opportunity. If you're locked in, we're going to get our shot. And I don't know. Should we look? I'm going to look. I'm going to look at the long term. But, dude, everybody save money. Everybody grow. Okay? What's the point of being in the stock market if you're not going to walk away with something? Yeah, we closed green. We made $28. But for real, man, get a long term. Change your life. Let's get a crib. There's many opportunities, but it all starts with little by little. And trust me, you'll be surprised. You're not going to become a millionaire in a year, but little by little, bro, if you actually just save up your money, I think a lot of you would be surprised. And hopefully in a couple of years, you will have the most amount of money you have ever had. You know what I'm saying? I hope you feel me, bro. I hope you feel me. 8 trading days left of what? The month? Oh, my goodness. But either way, Chad, history is being made at least once every other week. So stay in the middle and let's get it. But thank you for your time today. And thank you for respecting the rules in community. I hope you get a long term, baby. That's it. The long term will set you free. But that is all that I have. So go read the books. Richest Man in Babylon. Proverbs, New Living Translation. And the strangest sacred in the world. And don't forget why we're here. Why we keep going. Why that faith, hope, and love ain't never going out of style. And why, my friends, you must give it your all. Okay? You must give it your all, but you must also go at your own pace. Be easy, man. Don't talk to yourself how you wouldn't talk to people. You know that? Let me put it this way. Don't talk to yourself how you would talk to me. Because if you talk to me like that, I ban your ass, and you know it, right? And you're like, Josh, I'm scared. Oh, Josh, I'm scared to chat on the internet. Oh, Josh, oh. Okay, great. Then act like that with yourself and stop telling yourself all that nonsense negativity. Yeah, and if you talk to yourself, what would I do? I'd slap you and ban you. You already know, baby. So let's go, bro. Take heart. Take heart, man. Be encouraged. And let's go and work hard every day, bro, and live up to your potential. So then that way, man, you could actually say, I gave it my all. And if you gave it your all, bro, I don't know why you beating yourself up. But really give it your all, baby. Oh, I hope they feel me. So, Chad, I love you. Have a good day. I don't think we have earnings. I'll see you tonight. I hope you got a good play or two in today. And yeah, here, I'll give you some uncle. Should we get some uncle? Oh, wait, I need a check. You guys should have had one of the songs released, but we ran into an issue. They needed me to send my samples. Is it there? Okay, perfect. Yeah. My release has been approved. Woo! So you guys will get this one soon. You'll get this one soon. NVIDIA's on the high after the bell. Bro, I can't believe we closed green, you guys. That's crazy. Again, in the last 14 years, I don't think you've closed green after a major credit downgrade. Again, even in August of 23 or whatever, that's kind of crazy. Which one? Which one do you want? So I don't know which one, but I wanted you to have more, but I said, nah, we got to give them one. We got to give them one. So this one comes out sooner than you think. Chad. Oh, I see. You'll get it soon. And then can you guys do me a favor? I need you all to tweet. You need to tweet Sundar and tell him thank you. Okay, if I don't see like 10 tweets at him, I need 10 tweets at Sundar, or I'm gonna just end it early tomorrow and call it a day. Because I'm happy. He listened, bro. You have no idea. It's a very big news, Chad. So say thank you. So let Sundar know. Tell him thank you. Tweet him. And then again, too, you guys, listen. Even on the Twitter, because I needed to get their attention, so I had to go unprivate. I don't want to go private, but stop being annoying. I'm just blocking some of y'all, and I don't think you guys are annoying, but I'm saying, you're noisy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like every comment, every time I say something, I'm like, oh my God, just chill, bro. So otherwise, it's vibes. Don't take it personally, but Sundar, they got rid of all my channel strikes because I was complaining yesterday. And then, because again, I kept getting reported falsely, and then one of them got through, and then all of the bots and everything, and then I just kept being annoying, and I talked to my friend at Google. He said he can't do anything, so I said, you know what, I am just going to call my lawyer, and then I'm going to nonstop talk on Twitter about it. And then, yeah, it worked within a couple of hours, and then all my shit disappeared. And they said, after review. Oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, I like him, bro. I'm very grateful. Because like I said, I think YouTube could be a good place, but if people overrun it and I don't know, man, YouTube used to be great for finance. So that was a good sign. I'm very, very happy about that. So either way, God bless America. Okay? God bless America. God bless the vets. And I hope you guys had a good day. But Chad, I will see you in the future. That future will be here. What do we tell him? Just say thank you. Say the Colt loves you. That's it. Say thank you for taking a good step. But that's good, man. But other than that, Chad, I love you. Have a good day. I hope you read all the books, man. I told you them already, and you know the Philo. That man, you have no idea. It's a belief. That's it. Every day, he cares about every little thing. So I'll leave you with that, Chad. Have a good one. I'll see you tonight for the watch list. And then I will see you tomorrow morning, God willing. So thank you all. Have a wonderful evening. And peace. Hey. Can I do this voice still, or is that offensive now? I told you. Here, I'll just show you the clip. Let me just show you the clip, because I'm kind of sad. I feel bad. I don't feel... If he's getting sick, that's not good. But, let's see where it is. Where is it? Here, let me show you. Hold on, I'm trying to find... Shut up! I'm trying to find you. I'm going to get you the video. Look! No, but for real, this is trippy.
Four-lane highway that was
this was in 2022.
My mother drove us, and rather than us be able to walk. And guess what? The first frost, you know what was happening? You had to put on your windshield wipers to get literally the oil slick off the window. That's why I and so damn many other people I grew up have cancer, and why I can't for the longest time.
So you guys remember that? No, bro, it's sad, man. I don't, I genuinely do not like this man. But like I said, bro, you get sad when you wish harm upon people. And, I would not want him to, get sick. But it is sad because, dude, we knew something was wrong a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? And, I don't know. I remember being here live and he said that. And we were like, did he just say he has cancer? And then, again, the White House walked it back, Again, it's sad that a former president just got diagnosed with an aggressive state of cancer, but it is also sad that he may have been sick earlier, and it's man, we should have helped him, literally, but they were like, no, he's fine. But yeah, that was the clip. I know, it's sad. Prayers out to Joe and his family, but I'm back, and I'm the president. So I'm going to tariff everybody. I don't care about a downgrade. I'll nationalize Moody's. I'll buy Moody's. Tell Moody's we're going to buy them, and then we're going to raise our credit. I don't get it. If we're not AAA, do you think Canada's AAA? That's fun. Canada, look at that. What do they sell? Maple syrup? How do you have a AAA rated maple syrup business? I don't get it. I don't get it. Either way, Chad, have a good day. Have a good night. I'll see you tonight. Get ready. More trade deals. More trade deals on the way. Fair trade, not free trade. Fair. Make a fair deal. Fair deal for fair people. We could do that. Goodbye.